Good morning, everyone. We will be starting in a few minutes, but I just want to give some points before. Also, in case of any emergency, if you want to leave, also, may I please have your attention? Is someone here? Hello everyone. Just to keep a note of the housekeeping rule. Our volunteers are at the door, so if anyone is leaving, they will guide you directly to the telepresence room. So you may proceed now. Thank you. Also, if there are any empty seats in between, we request the students to come in front and accommodate those. Please try to not leave any seats empty as everyone needs to be here in the auditorium. Thank you. We will be starting in a few minutes, everyone. If anyone is standing behind, we are adding some seats at the right hand side in the back side. So please, if you are standing, you can occupy. I request everyone to be seated as we are about to begin the orientation program. We will now start with an invocation led by our talented students, setting a positive and reflective tone for today. I kindly invite Narda to come on stage for the recitation of Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطئة فليدع نادية سندع الزبانية كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب صدق الله العظيم.
I now request Megha to lead us with the shlok.
वन्दे शेषगिरीन्द्रशृङ्गनिलयम् वन्दे सुरेन्द्रार्चितम् वन्दे सन्मुनिसेविताङ्घ्रियुगळम् वन्दे गरुडासनम् वन्दे रत्नकिरीटकुण्डलधरम् वन्दे कृपान् पोलिधिं वन्दे अलमेलुमङ्गा रमणम् वन्दे हरिं वेङ्कटम्.
Good morning, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to see so many bright faces here today. My name is Avni Kotalgi, and I'm currently a fourth-year computer science student. Today marks a significant milestone for all of you as you embark on a journey that will shape your future. I remember being in your shoes not too long ago, filled with excitement and a bit of nervousness. But trust me, the years ahead will be some of the most enriching and transforming years of your life. To officially kick off today's session, it's my pleasure to invite Ms. Nahid, our Senior Manager of Admissions, who will share a few words of welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed director and members of the faculty and staff, and most importantly, our bright and eager freshmen. Good morning, everyone. It's with great pride and excitement I stand before you today to welcome the 25th Silver Jubilee batch of our prestigious institute. This is a momentous occasion as we celebrate not only the arrival of our new generation of scholars, but also the commencement of the 25th year of BITS Pilani Dubai campus. our new students. You are a part of our rich tradition now, joining the ranks of thousands of students who have walked this campus, engaged in the pursuit of knowledge, and contributed to the ever-growing legacy of our institution. This year is special because as our parent campus in Pilani is culminating its 60th year celebration, we are commencing our 25th year. It is special not only because it marks a significant milestone for our university, but because you're also the embodiment of the future that we envision. As the Silver Jubilee Batch, you represent a new chapter in our history, and a chapter that will be written by your curiosity, determination, and dedication. And I would like to congratulate each one of you here for having completed all your admission formalities successfully and joining the BITS family today. You are now officially BITSians, and we couldn't be prouder to have you on board. I know we understand that starting university is a very exciting chapter in all your lives, a time when you'll not only expand your knowledge and broaden your horizons, but make lifelong friends and challenge yourselves in ways you might not have ever thought. We have a rich history of academic excellence, and you're stepping into an environment where ideas are cultivated, dreams are nurtured, and goals are achieved. But remember, university life is not just academics. It's about embracing the entire experience, the clubs and organizations that cater to your interests, the cultural events that celebrate diversity, and the volunteering opportunities that allow you to give back to the society. And above all, you are living in this very beautiful and cosmopolitan city, Dubai. So remember, you're not alone on this journey. Your fellow students are your partners in this adventure. You will learn from each other, support each other, and create memories that will stay with you for a lifetime. And dear parents, you play an integral role in your child's education and development. You are their first teachers and their unwavering support system. It's our pleasure to see you all here today. Your presence here today, in spite of all your busy schedules, just demonstrates your commitment to their success, and we are incredibly grateful for your partnership. I hope you are satisfied with our services, the services offered by the admission team throughout your admission process to complete it smoothly. We are excited to partner with you on this remarkable journey of your children, and we look forward to witnessing the growth and achievements of your children and the moments of joy that lie ahead. Thank you for entrusting us with their education. The orientation program organized is very comprehensive and extends throughout the week with a fantastic lineup of activities and fun events. Today's program is being live streamed, so just in case you want somebody else to view this program at your home, please do call them and ask them to log in and view this program today. It will not be available from tomorrow, but the parents can physically be attending the events from tomorrow onwards. My colleague will be briefing you more on this, and you may also refer to the orientation handout inserted in your bags for the program schedule. Once again, welcome to BITS Pilani Dubai campus, and we are excited to embark on this journey with you. And we can't wait to see all that you achieve during your time here. Before we move on to the director's address, and I invite him on the dais, I'm delighted to introduce our esteemed director and senior professor, Dr. Shauri Banerjee. Professor Shauri Banerjee obtained his PhD in condensed matter physics from Indian Association of Cultivation of Science, Kolkata, in 1997. You may be aware that this is the oldest research lab in India, and the place from where Professor C.V. Raman received his Nobel Prize in 1930. After completing his PhD, Professor Banerjee held a small stint at Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai, before proceeding to Tokyo Institute of Technology, Japan, for his postdoctoral experience. Professor Banerjee began his career at BITS Pilani campus in 2004 and has been the founding department head of physics for the Hyderabad campus when it was set up in 2008. He also served the institute as the Associate Dean of Faculty Affairs from the year 2013 for 5 years, before being appointed as the Dean of Faculty Affairs in 2018, taking care of all the faculty matters across the campuses of BITS Pilani. He joined Dubai campus recently, and we are privileged to have him as the director of the campus. He also served as a visiting professor in the University of Electrocommunications, Tokyo, Japan in 2016, and a visiting research scientist at Central Research Laboratory, Hitachi, Tokyo in 2013. Professor Shauri Banerjee has been awarded the prestigious JSPS Foreign Research Fellow 2 times, once in 2012 and another one in 2018, appreciating his contribution in device physics. He has numerous international publications to his credit and has guided several students in research. His insights and guidance will undoubtedly be invaluable to each of you present here today during your time here at BITS Pilani Dubai campus. Please join me in welcoming Professor Shauri Banerjee to the stage.
Thanks, Naith. Very good morning to one and all. Many congratulations to the students and proud parents. On behalf of BITS Pilani, my friends at BITS Pilani Dubai campus, I wish a very warm welcome to one and all. You know, there is something very interesting and similar in our journey. Our means the students who have come and myself. So I joined BITS Pilani Dubai campus just a week back. And as a matter of fact, so you are as new as I am. So I'm as much excited as you are. So I would request and I will feel that when we embark upon a new adventure, let's embrace ourselves together, yourself and myself, all students together, new students, and also I should look at the older students, your elder one, who would always give you comfort and, the time that, if you have rough times, it is your elder Dada and Didi who would always come back and share their experience and make your life very memorable one. So I am also a parent of a BITSian. So my elder son graduated from BITS Pilani Goa campus and in computer science, and he studied between 2018 and 2022. So I know what it means to become a father of a BITSian. I'm very glad that you are one of them. And let's embrace ourselves and have a round of applause for all of us. So I will take you through some of the, the journey BITS Pilani has endeavored in last several years. And so we should also know where we were and currently what we are and what is that we wish to do among all of us together. So BITS Pilani is one of the Institute of Eminences, and which was conferred by Government of India 5 years back. And then we have marched our journey. But before we have done that, so let's have a trip down memory lane, understanding the past, and then we can paint the future. And future lies with you. So, it is the time that 1964, where BITS Pilani started as a university, as a deemed university. And 64 to 85, we had hard times to make ourselves known across the world. And I thought we did a good job. We established an excellent teaching institution at that point of time, in that period. We had MIT collaborations, renowned faculty members, professors from MIT. They all visited BITS Pilani campus, as well as there was an exchange of faculty. we started something called Practice School, which all of you are doing, and it is definitely a USP of BITS Pilani. No other university across, particularly in India, have done this. We have started our semester-based system and choice-based credit system as well. This is the time we looked into all those aspects. Now, if we have a period, let's break into the second period, 1986 to 1999. We started work integrated learning program to connect industry to university, to BITS Pilani. And you will be surprised to know, now this work integrated learning program, we have a director who is based at Hyderabad campus, Professor Sundar. And this work integrated learning program has now 45,000 students who are working professionals. Then we expanded the practice school, which is only once practice school, one for 2 months during a summer break. Then we expanded to a 6-month course, 6-month practice school as a course, where many of the students have moved from those practice school sessions to do their master's and PhD. So 2000 to 2008, you know that Dubai campus was the second of the BITS Pilani campuses we came up. Now there are many other institutions we're coming up with, overseas campus. BITS have done it long, long back ago. So we have new campuses at Dubai, we have in Goa in 2004, and then we have at Hyderabad in 2008. You may be aware that Indian campuses admit students through an online test, and which started in 2005, and that allowed students from across India to participate in the admission test and get admitted. So then, 2009 till now is a significant step forward, because if your university has to be visible across the world, then it's very important we have a very clear footprint of research. We were very strong and we consolidated ourselves in terms of a teaching institute, but we were not so good in terms of research. So we started making research labs, finding out research problems. So from a teaching-focused institute, we have now become a research-led institute. We have made significant modernization and expansion. We have started in the last few years significantly in terms of incubation and innovation. Please remember that even this is a sort of a goal for the institute. It is true for all campuses. It's not just that for Indian campuses. It's equally true for all the campuses. Maybe Dubai has a magnitude little less than Indian campus, but who cares? We are still doing it. We have BITSOM at Mumbai, which is a management school we have started very recently. Then BITS Law School in Mumbai, and we have also started a BITS Design School in Mumbai. So the 4 campuses we have, Pilani 1964, and it carries a legacy. Then we have Dubai. I'm very surprised and very pleasantly surprised to see such a wonderful campus in Dubai. And particularly the city of Dubai is so vibrant. Irrespective of the hotness of the weather, it's still very, very, quote unquote, very warm to the people. Then we have Goa in 2004 and Hyderabad in 2008. I don't know how many of you have seen the Indian campuses. If you have a chance, please go and have a look at it. They're all quite picturesque. Then, as I said, 2020 we have BITSOM. 2022 we have BITS Law School. 2023 we have BITS Design School. And as I said, that we also run a significant program which is called a Work Integrated Learning Program across 5 top cities in India. And they are called off-campus centers. And we cater to about 45,000 students, working professionals to be precise. And they have been taught by dedicated set of faculty. We hire faculty members who are specially trained to teach industry professionals. So now, what we are right now, bit by bit, we have 18,000 students, 19% female. I think we wish to increase that percentage. And I'm still not satisfied, but I think we should do something to have more female students. We have 2,045. Right now it is nearly, we have increased drastically, where we have a lot of female students, nearly 42% female student. Currently, we have 1,050 faculty members, out of which 22.5% female. These numbers are cumulative of all 4 campuses. We have 1,200 staff, and many of the PPOs being signed. It's one of the best. I think what is important is that we have a fantastic alumni connect, about 1.7 lakh alumni connect. We now emphasize on having patents, incubations. We are filing a lot of patents, which is coming from all campuses, not just Indian campuses. And then we have founders, co-founders, and stuff like that. So let me also tell you that how the entire institute works. So we have an administrative structure, like we have the Vice Chancellor who oversees the administrative matters, and he's based at Pilani. Then we have 5 directors, Director of Hyderabad campus, Goa campus, Pilani campus, Dubai campus, and also the off-campus. So we have 5 directors, and there are institute-wide deans who can be based at any of the Indian campuses or even Dubai campus, and they report to the Vice Chancellor. The campus has its own deans and associate deans, which I'll introduce very, very soon, and also heads of the department. This is a more or less administrative academic structure of BITS Pilani. So we have invested a lot in the last 6 years in research. And you can see that it is, again, a cumulative number. And we are thriving for, because as you know, the BITS Pilani is completely self-funded. We have to earn every paisa, not even a single paisa comes from the Chancellor's office. So we have to earn from students, from other research funding and stuff like that. So it is quite a commendable thing that we have invested a lot, and we are investing. I think Dubai campus, as I know that they're also we are looking at something specific which will foster research in specific department, in specific areas of research, which is very important, because if you want to make your institute visible, it's very important you have a research footprint. Now, I just want to show you some of the matrices, because once we have investigated, we also have to see how we have progressed in terms of publications, and which are quality publications, by which we mean that publications which are indexed. There is something called an ACI, or Scopus Index publication. And again, this is a number which has come from all campuses. So I think we have a 10.3% overall growth in terms of publication in last 3 years, where we have 21.2% of international authors increase. And then we also have inter-institute collaborations, which gives us about 15.4%. Then roughly 15% cross-campus. We have seen Dubai campus faculty publishing papers with Goa campus faculty. And it is also cross-department. The 2 departments of a single campus have also published a lot of papers. Citations is one of the index by which you measure how we have done in research. And cutting the long story short, so you can see the table which I've shown on the left bottom. So you can see the BITS Pilani in terms of the citation index, Scopus citation index, is close to any of the top IITs. I think this is we have done in last 3 years, and research cannot be done overnight. It has to grow slowly. It has to build with a clear vision in your mind, and that is what we wish to do. And you students, I don't have a data right now, but I can tell you there are many, many undergrads who have helped faculty members to write papers too, because they have contributed significantly to the research of the individual group. We have done some innovations, and we have taken some initiatives in terms of research innovation initiatives, which are across all campuses. We have started something called Sparkle, which is for the student program for advancing research, knowledge, and entrepreneurship. I would strongly encourage the undergrads to come up and talk to your faculty colleagues, your faculty members, your teachers, that this is what you wish to do. We have also done something called Solve, innovation program for solving societal and business problems. Convert solution to a business enterprise. We must connect ourselves to industries and try and solve life problems. We have introduced something called CDRF, which is a cross-disciplinary research framework introduced to connect faculty across campuses and discipline. And there are significant contribution and participation from BITS Pilani Dubai campus faculty folks. We have industry-mentored PhD in advanced cutting-edge technologies. We have a separate PhD drive, Center for Research Excellence in Semiconductor Technologies. And we have recently started something called SIRE, School of Interdisciplinary Research and Entrepreneurship. There is representation for every branch on those 6 topics from BITS Pilani Dubai campus. So I think we have a future in our hand. It's you, along with us together, have to frame it. So something very interesting which has come again in last 3 years, we have started 2 new schools, I would say the excellence centers. One is called AppCare, which is Anuradha and Prashant Palakutty Center of Artificial Intelligence Research, AppCare, which started in Goa campus, incepted in Goa campus 5 years back, but now it has its wing in all other campuses, including Dubai. We again have a representation from a faculty member to AppCare. So please get in touch once you're familiar with the BITS Dubai campus, then slowly but steadily you should get into all those things. We have a BITS RMIT joint collaboration where we exchange students, exchange PhD students, and so on and so forth. So I would suggest that these are avenues which we have created in the last 4 years. As I said that, you cannot change a teaching institute completely to a research institute in overnight. It has to be done in real space, in real world. So you have to give time, you have to have patience, and you have to really see that exactly where you want to, have the edge over the others. So let us look at some of the bold aspirations as an institute we have. We wish to contribute to society and the world. Encourage students and faculty to launch startups. Tighter linkage between research and entrepreneurship. A major revamp of the innovation ecosystem. Let's do that. A minimum of 100 patent filing per year from 2024 across all campuses together. We wish to be one of the global leaders in entrepreneurship. Continue to invest in areas of societal and national importance. Expand collaboration with external partners to accelerate impact. Enhance sponsored research activities. In Dubai, we are really trying to have industry collaboration strongly into the system. And I think there are many, many faculty members here who have a strong linkage with industry as well. We wish to have 200 crores per year from 2026. We need to have global competitiveness in select technologies. We must know where we stand and what we wish to do. Select focus topics through a bottom-up process. Bottom-up means that you all have to contribute. It should not come from myself or the Vice Chancellor. It has to be a collective process. Invest disproportionately in selected areas. Create a dozen of centers of excellence through external funding in the next 3 years. I'm in touch and in discussion with faculty folks of Dubai campus. We're looking out for a center of excellence starting from in Dubai campus as well. Educational experience and employability. You can't deny that. Providing compelling experiences to all the students. Make merit the mainstay of admission. No compromise on that. A major curriculum revision we have undergone with increased flexibility that focuses also on an all-round development of students. I mean, student is one of the mainstay for BITS Pilani, all campuses. Drive research excellence. Enable faculty across all departments to be competitive in their own areas. The competition that I mean is not filthy competition. I mean it's a healthy competition. Create funding support for interdisciplinary research. 20% of the PhD students count in their next 3 years, with 1/4 of them being on joint PhD program with industry partner and other universities. We have launched a program called faculty members being jointly appointed with Indian campuses, where they can start writing grants of different magnitudes. So placement data, which you're all, I think, we're waiting for. I think we have done reasonably okay. I don't say that we have done exceedingly okay, because there has been a dip. If you look at the data from, from other top institutions like IITs, I don't think we have done so bad at this point of time. But there are scope of improvement, and the admission team and the placement team, the career research, career development team is working very hard. You can see there are top recruiters which we have got in last few years, and we will include a few more names going forward. So we have an introduction of an additional startup career fair. We also have a consistent growth in campus recruitment. So these are good positive indicators. But of course, I must say that, as I said, there is a lot of scope of improvement in this area. And as a director of the campus, I ensured that this will have the highest priority. So we have a very strong alumni profile. You can see I've just put up some names. We have Professor Rangarajan, the director of IISc Bangalore, and the previous director, Professor Mehta, was also a BITSian. We also have Amitabh Chaudhary, who is the CEO of Axis Bank, Harish Bhatt, brand custodian, Tata Sons, and so on and so forth. But I also like to introduce one of our faculty members from Dubai campus, Professor Adarsh Ganesan. Are you there, Adarsh? He may be there in a class. So Adarsh is one of our recent recruits, and he's a BITS Pilani Dubai alumnus. And he did his PhD in physics from University of Oxford, and he's a photonics guy. And I think there is a lot of opportunities for all of you to become an academics and join your alma mater. Let us look for more numbers contributing to your alma mater as far as academics is concerned. Right. Do you know about Mission Rumi 2024? Any idea? This has come in Hindu News a couple of days back. And the hands-on, it was basically about India's first reusable rocket. And the hands-on session was conducted in this campus in Mahasat. And Tripti has given me all information. Thank you very much, Tripti. And it's a part of Mahasat, and where there are two, Mr. Shravan Kumar and Sarvan, can you just stand up? There is a center. I would request all of you to go and have a visit. There is a small room where you can have a look at it. And this is Satrajit Sami, is a JSS international student, right? And who clapped, and I just picked up a sentence from Hindu. He clapped and cheered as Mission Rumi 2024 took off in Tiruvantanati in Chennai, scenic East Coast Road. Satrajit had come all the way from Dubai for his momentous occasion. It might have lasted just for a few seconds, but but the event was, in his 13-year-old word, exhilarating. I think this is what we want to see among all young kids, to be excited about certain things and strive for it. So I have little pieces of advice, and again, the advices are coming not as a director of BITS Pilani Dubai campus, but as a parent. And I hope that you'd accept it in that way, in that spirit. There is no shortcut of success. Nothing significant can be achieved simply by hoping. You can say, I hope to become a great entrepreneur. I don't think you just hoping would make you an entrepreneur. You have to have the intention and make it happen. I want to give you another example, a nice example, which struck me when I happened to see the video clip. There was a Japan Airlines which caught fire in Haneda Airport runway, something around in January 2024, exploded. 367 passengers, 12 crew, evacuation in 18 minutes. No casualty. Why? What is the lesson? Can any student stand up and say, what is the lesson you learned? 367 passengers, 12 crews, and actually the plane caught fire and exploded. Yes, absolutely. It is discipline and the etiquette. etiquette is so important, and the discipline. So there is no compromise on that. So if you listen to the video, you'll see that the air hostess has requested people to queue up while they're deplaning. Not even a single Japanese passenger overshoot the line. It's a discipline. 367 passengers deplane in 18 minutes. Everybody was saved. So I don't think, and this is a lesson for all of us, and I don't see any etiquette in Indian airports, unfortunately. And please make sure that, these are the lessons. If you don't learn, we run into trouble, and then you won't be able to teach anything to your juniors. I think that Nahid said that we should also involve ourselves, students should involve ourselves in extracurricular. It's a must. Because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. But make sure you strike a balance. I have seen, again, an experience as a parent that, now everybody feels in India that there are two professions. Either you become an engineer or you become a doctor. You can't be a physicist, you can't be a chemist, you can't be a little liberal art person. There's no other profession available to you. So what happens is that 11th and 12th, so you're hard pressed. I've seen my kids very, very hard pressed because they have to crack joint. You have to crack IIT. If they can't crack IIT, the life is gone. There's nothing ahead of them. So after, with so much of hard pressed things for 2 years, you come to a place where you see, lovely place like Dubai or Hyderabad campus. You lose to, misuse the time that you have been given. Make sure that you can do whatever you like. We want you to develop. We want you to take decisions of your own. We want you to be part of many cultural activities. But I'm requesting and urging you that nothing should be at the cost of for which you are here. Your academics is first and foremost. Don't compromise on those. And if you don't compromise on those, everything will fall in place. So make sure this is very important. I'm going to, highlight a small quote. You must be young boys and girls, students. Do you know from where the quote is taken? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Can you tell me, the students, first year students, from where this quote is taken? Hey, come on. Can I see a raised hand from first yearites? No? So that's the problem, because you don't read books nowadays. And forget about classics. You don't just read books because you have everything in a mobile. So I read the statement once again. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. This is from Hamlet Shakespeare. The reason is this. I was told to be by my dad because I was challenging too many things. And that's good that you should challenge. But you also have to respect your mom and dad. You also have to respect, I know you are respecting, it's not that, but then you're very smart kids. You have everything on your fingertip. But there are certain things, my dear friends, you must know that must come to the dint of ages. These gray hairs, they have learned us something. Please honor those things. You need not have to accept everything. Please honor those things. That's why my dad told me that there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt in your philosophy. I request and I urge that all young kids should respect and value to your dad and mom's views. Your elders, your dadas and didis, your teachers, you don't have to agree every time, but tell them in a very quiet voice. That is missing nowadays, which I also feel myself. So remember this. Don't be shy of asking questions. Questions are never silly, answers maybe. That's a quote. And it's a quote. I'm sure if you have not heard of, there are many more things you haven't heard of this quote as well. It's again a quote from a book, which is a quote from Albert Einstein. So I tell you that when Einstein got his Nobel Prize, then he was giving a lecture in Princeton. And then there are a couple of students sitting in front row, and then one guy asked to his friend that, I'm not able to follow what he's saying, so can I ask a question? Then the friend said that, no, don't, ask this question silly. This is silly because, don't interrupt Albert Einstein with his flow of his lecture. Einstein overheard and said, questions are never silly. Answers may be. Please ask questions. In your class, outside class, wherever you wish, please ask question. Have something, maintain your modesty, maintain your decorum, and please keep on asking questions. The only when you ask questions, you will be able to know what best it is. I will encourage all students to ask questions. Whatever comes in your mind, don't stop. Count the blessings. I mean, everything in your life you won't get on the bed of roses. Count the blessings. This is one of my favorite statements, is my statement. If life gives you a rainy day, find a puddle to splash in. Dubai won't give you many rainy days and puddles. But don't read this literally. But what I mean to say is that, sometimes things will not go wrong to you. It's very, very natural. You can reach out to your seniors, you can reach out to your friends, you can reach out to everybody. But count the blessings. There's always something very good which is on your way. I want to tell you something which I'm sure that you must have heard the name of Richard Feynman. Richard Feynman is one of the most intelligent physicists the world has ever seen. He's a Nobel laureate, forget about Nobel laureate. He's also a part of this, atom bomb Manhattan project. So Koichi Mano was his PhD student. So he wrote a letter to Richard Feynman in despair because his PhD was not going well. So, and Richard Feynman replied to him, I'm just quoting few of the lines. The worthwhile problems are those, the ones you can really solve or help solve, the ones you can really contribute something to. He also mentioned a problem. So Koichi Mano was asking about the problem, which is a good problem, what is a bad problem, how do I pick problem, what is that we should do to make myself, make my PhD an excellent one. Richard Feynman's statement was very simple. A problem is grand if it lies before us unsolved, and we see more way for us to make some headway into it. I would advise you to take even simpler, or as you say, humbler problems until you find some way, until you find some you can really solve easily, no matter how trivial it is. You will get the pleasure of success and of helping your fellow man. So it is a spirit. You just look at the vision of, the mindset of Richard Feynman. He's not telling him about his own growth. He's also taking his fellow people together. He also had a problem. Richard Feynman had a student, Heaps. So PhD student Albert Heaps was, Koichi Mano and Albert Heaps joined his PhD program together. But Heaps went ahead in terms, and he got Nobel Prize also. Heaps went much, much faster than Koichi Mano. So again, Richard Feynman saying, PhD student Albert Heaps, whose thesis was on, look at the thesis title, on how it is that the winds build up waves blowing over the water in the sea. How simple the topic is, how natural the topic is. I accepted him as a student. Look at this statement. I accepted him as a student because he came to me with the problem he wanted to solve. With you, Koichi Mano, I made a mistake. I gave you the problem instead of letting you find your own. This is a message to myself as a parent and to all the parents. Please allow your kids and your wards to pick the problem they wish to solve in life. Do not interfere. You can advise, you can suggest, but leave it there. Let them pick their own problem. And I think that this is what I have not done it myself, but I think as a parent, as a father and a mother, as a dad and mom, we should always do that. Right. There's a message from the teacher's desk. And from all the teachers of BITS Pilani Dubai campus, I want to put it up to you. It's again a statement by a Greek philosopher. Teachers are those who use themselves as bridges over which they invite their students to cross. Having felicitated their crossing, joyfully collapse, encouraging them to create of their own. Trust me, you are in safe hands, and we all the teachers of BITS Pilani Dubai campus will ensure that this happens. Not just me, there are other members of BITS Pilani Dubai campus would always be with all of us. And let's move forward together and make this place a wonderful place for stay. I will introduce you to some of my colleagues, some of my friends, without which we cannot make this Dubai campus a success. So I'm introducing, may I request the Associate Dean of Administration, Professor Prakash, to come over the stage. So Professor Prakash. So Professor Prakash is a professor of Department of Chemical Engineering. He has been there in BITS Pilani Dubai campus for 17 years. May I request Prakash to introduce your friends and colleagues to the audience? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, all. This is Prakash Kumar from Chemical Department, taking care of the Associate Dean Administration. So I'm dealing with the medical insurances. So hope so today afternoon we'll be having an interaction with our insurance provider. If you have any queries, you can get it done. At any point of time, if you have any problem with the medical insurance, please let me know. We can handle it up. So furthermore, we can have other associate deans also. Let's get started with introduction to our deans and key members of the team. For your information, majority of our dean have more than 15 years of experience in BITS Pilani Dubai campus. First, let's welcome our Associate Dean of Academics, Undergraduate Studies, Professor Somasundaram. He handles your course registration, timetable, and semester grades. Thank you, sir. Following that, please meet our Associate Dean of Academics, Graduate Studies, and Research, Professor Ramachandran. He oversees all research activities and your final year thesis operations. Thank you, Professor. Now we introduce our Associate Dean of Admissions and Marketing, Professor Swarnalata, who along with her team has been instrumental in your admission process and organizing this orientation. Thank you, Professor. Next, our Associate Dean of Student Welfare, Professor Geeta Kannan. She is here to support you with any student-related activities or concerns throughout your time in BPDC. Thank you, Professor. Introducing our Associate Deans of Practice School and Industry Engagement, Professor Gomadi Bhavani. Her team will guide you through Practice School 1 and Practice School 2, ensuring a seamless experience. Thank you, Professor. Now let's welcome our Associate Dean of International Programs and Collaboration Division, Professor Shashank. He supports collaborative research and cultural exchange and facilitates the Institute mobility of students, faculty, and staff for personal and professional growth. Thank you, Professor. Moving forward, we have our Associate Dean of Faculty Affairs, Professor Ram Karthikeyan. I think he must be in class. He manages his all faculty related matters at BPTC. Next is our Associate Dean, Alumni Relations, Professor Tripti Gokhale. She takes care of alumni engagement, ensuring you stay connected even after graduation. Thank you, Professor. We also have our Deputy Registrar, Mr. Akshay Chotani. He is responsible for your degree certificates, KSD attestations, and other administrative process. Thank you, sir. Now let's introduce our esteemed head of departments. Head of Biotechnology, Professor Mainak Datta. He oversees of BE Biotechnology program, BE Biotechnology with specialization in applied molecular biology, and PhD program. Thank you, Professor. Moving on to Head of Department Chemical Engineering is my HOD, Professor Murchana. She takes care of BE Chemical Engineering program, BE Chemical Engineering with specialization in Energy, Environment and Sustainability program, and PhD program. Thank you, Professor. Next, HOD of Civil Engineering and Architectural, Civil and Architectural Engineering, Professor Brij Krishov Pandey. He takes care of BE Civil Engineering program, BE Architectural and Urban Engineering program, ME Civil with specialization in Infrastructure Engineering and Management, and PhD program. Thank you, Professor. Now, Head of Department of Computer Science, Professor Sujala. She takes care of BE Computer Science, ME Software Systems, and PhD program. Thank you, Professor. Moving on to Head of Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Mr. Abdul Razak. Dr. Abdul Razak. He takes care of BE Electronics and Communication Engineering, BE Electrical and Electronics Engineering, BE Electronics and Computer Engineering, ME Electrical with specialization in Power Electronics and Drives, and PhD program. Thank you, Professor. Next to Head of Department of General Science, Professor K. Singh. He supports all discipline foundation courses, BE Mathematics and Computing program, MSc Physics with specialization in Space and Science Technology program, and PhD program. Thank you, Professor. Next to the Head of Department of Humanities and Social Science, Professor Mithunjaya Sahu. He supports to all discipline with humanities electives and courses with the first and higher degree programs and PhD program. Thank you, Professor. Moving on to Head of Department of Management Studies, Professor Sataj, who takes care of Bachelor of Business Administration Honors, Master of Business Administration, Master of Business Analytics, and PhD program. Thank you, Professor. Next to Head of Department of Mechanical Engineering, Professor Vincent. He takes care of BE Mechanical Engineering program, BE Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Aerospace program, ME Design, and PhD program. Thank you, Professor. We would like to now introduce our faculty in charges, our faculty in charge, Teaching and Learning Center, Professor Saji. She takes care of all BPTC faculties to have updated teaching, learning pedagogy, and many more. Thank you, Professor. Faculty in charge, outreach activities, Professor Russell Raj Francis. He reaches to school kids for various workshops, seminars, and many more activities with his deputy HOD team. Thank you, Professor. Faculty in charge, Center for Innovation, Incubation, and Entrepreneurship, Professor Vilas. He organizes and manages business startups among students of BITS Pilani Dubai campus. Thank you, Professor. Finally, we would like to introduce our managers of BPTC. Head of admissions, of course you know, she was the one given, Ms. Naid Afsan. So you must have all contacted her by means of either by phone calls, emails, WhatsApp regarding admissions. So her team is the instrumental in your admission process and organizing this orientation. Thank you, Ms. Naid. Senior Manager, Student Welfare Division, Dr. Rafidin. He is in charge of BPTC sports and activities and counseling students with his team. Thank you, Dr. Rafi. Senior Manager, Finance and Accounts, Mr. Akram. So he takes care of all the finance and accounts activities of BPTC. Thank you, Mr. Akram. Senior Manager, IT, Mr. Saravana Kumar. He takes care of all IT and ERP related issues to the students and faculties and staff. Thank you, sir. Senior Manager, Facilities Management, Mr. Bashir Ahmed. He takes care of all the facilities in our whole campus as well as the hostel blocks. Thank you, sir. Manager, Career Services, regarding the placements, he is a vital role. Mr. Abdul Razak and his team takes care of career services, placement activities, Center for Higher Education. Thank you, sir. Manager HR, Ms. Annie Matthew Paul. She takes care of all HR operations of BPDC. Thank you, Annie. Manager Quality Assurance, Mr. Raja. He handles CA documents and all academics and non-academic data and policies. He's on leave today. Manager Finance and Accounts, Mr. Irfan. He takes care of all finance and accounts activities of BPDC. You can contact him for any purpose. Thank you, Irfan. Chief Warden, Mr. Harold Franklin. He takes care of the whole hostel operations and in charge of B block also. Thank you, my dear. Warden, Mr. Sanjay, in charge of A block. Dr. Sainthan, in charge of C block. And Ms. Ilakia, in charge of girls hostel block. Thank you, Wardens. Librarian, Mr. Jayachandran. He takes care of the library operations. Hope you must have taken the first year books from him. Almost 1,300 books have been issued today. Senior Executive Secretary, Office of the Director in charge of International Student Services, Mr. Vijay Kumar. In charge of Director Office. He takes care of all your visa related activities and Director Office also. Thank you, Mr. Vijay. Yeah, I understand that it's very difficult to remember all the names and positions, right? So what we have made is that we have made everything a copy as a handbook, student's handbook, and it's available in your kit. So you can just contact us through email. Okay, we'll get your problem done, and then we see that how it can be sorted out very easily, very quickly. Thank you for your attention. We look forward to working together as a team. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. One of the things that makes BITS Pilani Dubai campus unique is the holistic approach we take to education. It's not just about what you learn in the classroom, but how you grow as an individual, academically, personally, and professionally. I'm excited to introduce Professor R. Swarnalatha, our Associate Dean of Admissions and Marketing. Professor R. Swarnalatha has been instrumental in shaping the experiences of students like me, and I'm sure you'll find her insights incredibly valuable. Can we have a huge round of applause?
Thank you, Avni. Respected Director, esteemed colleagues, dear parents, and cherished students, a very good morning to all of you. It is with immense pleasure that I welcome you to the BITS Pilani Dubai campus family. Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey filled with opportunities for learning, growth, and discovery. At BITS Pilani Dubai, we are continuing to nurturing not just academic excellence, but also the holistic development of our students, preparing them to become future leaders and innovators in a rapidly evolving world. Now to the parents. Thank you for entrusting us with your child education and the future. We understand the responsibility that comes with this trust, and we are committed to providing a supportive and enriching environment where your child will not only thrive academically, but also grow as an individual. To our students, you are now part of an institution with a legacy of excellence that spans over 6 decades. You have chosen a place where your dreams will be nurtured, your potential will be unlocked, and your ambitions will be realized. We encourage you to embrace every challenge, seize every opportunity, and make the most of your time here. Together, we will create an enriching educational experience that will be the foundation of lifelong success. We look forward to witnessing your achievements and celebrating your milestones in the years to come. For the next few hours, you will be introduced to the unique features that BITS Pilani Dubai campus truly exceptional, such as flexible and industry-relevant curriculum, state-of-the-art infrastructure, industry connections, placements, international collaborations, holistic development, safe and welcoming environment. Starting university is a significant milestone, and we understand that it can be both exciting and a little overwhelming. To make this transition as smooth as possible, we have provided each student with a comprehensive student handbook. This handbook is more than just a guide. It's your go-to resource for all the essential information that you will need during your time here. Included in the handbook, you will find the contact details of the faculty members and staff. Once again, welcome to BITS Pilani Dubai. Let's embark on this incredible journey together. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. The academic rigor here at BITS Pilani is something we're all proud of. It is what prepares us to excel in our chosen fields and sets us apart as professionals. But with that rigor comes the need to navigate the academic landscape effectively, and that's where our next speaker comes in. Professor Soma Sundaram, our Associate Dean of Academic Undergraduate Studies, will walk you through the academic expectations, registration process, and the resources available to help you succeed.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to BITS Pilani Dubai campus. Let me quickly walk through the academics part because that's the most important aspect of your career now. So BITS Pilani offers a 3-tier structure of education. One is first degree, the Bachelor of Engineering students and BBA honors students. You are all into the first degree now. And then we have higher degree and master's, which we call it as master's degree. We call it as higher degree. And then we have PhD program as well. So I'll just quickly introduce to some of the terminologies which would be frequently using from the day of registration. One is discipline. So you are admitted to a CS program, so which we call it as you are admitted into computer science. Your discipline is CS. Similarly, electronics and communication engineering, whatever it is. The program of study, we call it as discipline. And the subjects, so far you might be using it's the terminology as subject, and we call it as course. You are going to register for 7 or 8 courses in this semester. And we call the teachers as instructors. So your instructor, frequently you'll get who's your instructor, who's the instructor in charge, like that. So if a course is offered in multi-sections, there will be a team leader who we call it as instructor in charge, and a team of instructors will handle that course. So these are the new terminologies you have to get familiar with. And faculty in general, we call it any teacher, we call it as a faculty. And of course, CGPA, some of you might be aware of this in your schooling. Some will have percentage of marks. Here we call it a CGPA, that cumulative grade point average. I'll brief you all these details in detail in few minutes. Okay. And one more terminology which we'll be using is units. So in this semester, you will be registering for 17 or 19 units, which means that you'll be registering for some 7 to 8 courses, and each course will have some units. So how do we classify that as? You can keep this in mind. If you are registering for a 3-unit course, which means that you will have 3 or 4 hours of lectorials in a week, and it will be taught by a faculty. So that story never ends there. So you have to go home, and if you are registering for a 3-unit course, you have to spend at least 6 hours a week as self-study, so that you are having the knowledge required to clear that particular course, or which are expected to gain by registering in a 3-unit course. So similarly, we have many different structures. Maybe you may have, say, 303. It stands for 3 unit of lecture. No lab is involved for that particular course, and it's a 3-credit course. So similarly, there may be a course which 122, which means that 1 hour of theory, 2 hours of lecture, 2 hours of lab per week, and it's a 2-credit course. So these are some of the terminologies which you'll find in your timetable. So you should be aware of that. And each discipline should have minimum number of units required to complete your graduation requirements. And that will be taken care when you register for courses at the end of every semester. And we do follow a semester system. So we have 2 semesters and a summer term. So for PS, you'll have a detailed discussion later during the summer term. And we have an academic calendar. This is planned well in advance, and it is there in part of your student handbook. There's a QR code given in the student handbook. If you can scan it out, you'll get the academic calendar for the entire academic year, which is the 24-25. So we'll share all the details well in advance, so you'll know when the classes starts, when is your breaks, winter breaks, summer breaks, when is your examinations is going to start. All those details will be available in the academic calendar. So everything is already there with you in your student's handbook. You can just refer to that. Okay. So structure of the BE program. So it will be 4-year program. So we'll have 8 semesters and 1 summer term. By default, you are admitted with a practice school option. So you'll get to know more about practice school by my colleague, Dr. Gomadi, after a few minutes. So the structure will look like this. So you'll have a first-year courses are common for all the engineering students. So you'll have Math Foundation, Science Foundation, Engineering Foundation, and Technical Art courses in the first year. Then you'll go into the respective discipline, their program of study. So you'll do some math courses, general awareness courses, and your discipline core courses you'll be doing. And of course, some electives will be there in the second year. So EEE students will do some EEE core courses. So CS students will do CS core courses. Apart from that, the Math Foundation General Awareness courses will be also there, and some electives will be there. Then the summer break, second year summer break, you'll be doing a course called Practice School 1. And then you'll come back to the institute for your 3rd year courses. Again, you'll be doing some discipline core courses and discipline electives. And in the final year, you'll be doing electives in 1 semester. Some of the students will do Practice School 2 in the final year. The minimum number of units required for you to graduate is 144, and number of courses required is 42. So all these details are available in the course handout as well, in the course student handbook as well. And for BBA Honors program, this more or less similar structure. So the Practice School 1 and Practice School 2 concept will be there. So during summer, you'll be doing Practice School 1, and in the final year, you'll be doing Practice School 2. And in the first year, it's common, you'll do Math Foundation, Science Foundation, General Awareness, Technical Arts courses. And in the second year, you'll do Business Foundation plus sub-discipline core. And then you'll go to the industry, get some experience, come back to the university, and continue your course in the 3rd year. So for BBA Honors students, it will be 151 units will be required to graduate, and number of courses will be 45 will be required. So that's a minimum. So I'll talk about flexibilities. There's a minimum requirement. You can add as much as you want as time progresses. Okay. So we have an ID number is given to you already. I think you might have received your ID number by this time now. So your ID number will look something like this. So first it will start with 2024. Obviously that's a year of admission. So 2024, your first 4 characters of your ID number will be 2024. Then followed by 2-letter code that represents your program or discipline. So you are admitted to CS Computer Science, it will be A7. If you are in a biotech program, it will be A9. So for each program, so now you have your ID number, you can relate. So that is your program which you are admitted to. And then, as I said, by default, you are admitted as a practice school option. So the next 2 characters will be PS, and then we'll have an unique 4-digit number. So your ID number will look like something like this, and the last character will be the campus. So because you are in Dubai campus, UAE, U stands for UAE, so it's the last character of your ID number will be U. So your ID number will be something like this. 2024, year of admission, A7 is your program of study. By default, you are in PS, so you have PS option. And then a 4-digit number as a unique number for you. And then you have a U, which indicates that you are in Dubai campus. The same thing will be applicable for Hyderabad campus. In that case, it will be same thing. Last letter character will be H. So it indicates that the student is from Hyderabad campus. So I'll tell about the thesis option later. In that case, it will be changed to thesis, TS. Okay. While talking about the flexibilities, I'll brief you about that. Okay. So now some of the flexibilities, BITS system is known for its flexibilities. You have a very student-centric system, so you'll have a lot of flexibilities, so can use wisely to enhance your academic growth. So some of them, I'm listing it here. So one is admission both semesters. So some of you might have taken admission in the first semester, some might be waiting for that, so they're exploring all other options, and they can take admission in the second semester, that is one. And we have admissions with advanced standing. And some of the students are admitted with this admission with advanced standing, which means that you have done a 1 year or 2 years program elsewhere, and if you want to take admission in BITS Pilani, the Dubai campus, so that's what we call as admission with advanced standing. So we will match the course curriculum, and accordingly we will give a revised course structure so that at the end of the graduation requirement, you'll get a degree from BITS. So some of the courses which are common, that can be inducted and the grades can be taken. And I'll talk about PS and thesis option and the summer term like this. So practice school is, as I said, you'll get a detailed information about practice school later. So by default, you're admitted in the practice school, which is an industry internship program for 7.5 months. As I said, it's a very flexible curriculum. Some students might be interested that I don't want to have an industry experience during my graduation. So I'm very much focused on research. In that case, you can change to a thesis stream instead of a practice school stream. At the end of second year, you can change it to a thesis stream. In that case, you'll not be doing your practice school program. Instead, you'll be doing a thesis in the final year. Either that can be a 16-unit thesis, or it can be a 9-unit plus a couple of electives. So these are all the flexibilities. As time progresses, you will enjoy and you'll use it effectively also. And as I said, so during the second year, you'll get introduced to your core courses as well as electives. So you have plenty of electives offered, various departments will offer. So a CS student can choose an elective from a biotech program. A biotech program student can choose an elective from CS, from any discipline. So you have that much of flexibility. If a student is very keen that I want to have a strong foundation in computer science area, and being a biotech student, he wants to hone his skills in that respective domain. So he can choose your approximate electives appropriately. So you'll have a good blend of computer science background as well as a biotechnology program. So these are the flexibilities. So we can add and substitute courses, and duration of the program can also be slightly reduced to some extent, that is 1 semester, because as I explained here, we have the structure, it says that second year onwards, you are going to choose electives. So second year, you'll choose second year, first semester. Every semester, you can choose electives. Third year also, you can choose electives. If by default, every student will do 6 courses. Suppose you say that I'm very much keen and challenge myself to add more courses. In that cases, you can add 1 courses in every semester and complete your minimum graduation requirements of 42 courses or 144 units. Same thing is applicable for BBA honor students as well. So you can add your courses, start from second year, so that you can complete your graduation requirements in 7 semesters instead of 8 semesters. That's quite possible. So you have to plan it well in advance. That's the only thing. And you have to overload yourself. So you have to, which means that you need to spend more time on academics. And it's challenging. So many students have done that also in our institution. And of course, we have one more, which we call as dual degree. So by the end of first year, you can opt for a dual degree program. So which means that by spending 3 semesters roughly extra, you'll get 1 more degree. So as being a student is admitted into BA Computer Science program, you have opted for a BA Computer Science program now. So you have completed 1 year. You see that you have some biology course also in the curriculum in the first year. So after studying that, you think that I'm more interested to do more into the biological sciences. Suppose you think that way. Or you have a couple of mechanical courses you're doing in the first year, which is interesting for you. Then you think that you can take up dual degree with computer science with mechanical or vice versa, or biotech with computer science. All those options are possible. So after the first year, you can exercise this option. So you can opt for an additional degree and you can spend 3 more semesters and you'll be getting 2 degrees, one with BE Biotechnology and one with BE Computer Science. That's quite possible. So we can elaborate more after you complete your first year of study. So you'll have a better visibility and understanding. And of course, we have a flexibility of transfer of program. Suppose you have opted for a particular program now, and as the time progresses, you think that my interest lies towards that area. So there is a still option. You can apply for a transfer, but it is completely on a competitive basis. So if you fulfill that criteria, you may be permitted to transfer from one discipline to other at the end of first year. And we do have a minor program. So you have enrolled for some program from degree, which we call this discipline or program. So over to this, you can add a minor degree, or we call it as a minor certificate. So along with that major degree, you will get a minor certificate as well. So we have plenty of minor programs so that you can exercise during your second year. So suppose these are some of the minor programs. Say for example, so you are an electrical student. So you want to explore more into the data science area. So because everybody talks about data, we are in an era where we get tons and tons of data everywhere. So in that case, you want to explore, so you can opt for a minor in data science. So along with a major in EEE, you will be registering for some courses. For every minor program, you have to complete 5 or 6 courses. That will be staggered in every semester. You can add these courses and complete that course. Once you complete the requirement, you'll get a degree plus a minor certificate in data science or material science, whatever it is. So finance also. A lot of students would be interested in finance because an engineer with finance background, it's very good, right? So everybody would like to have a student who knows finance, an engineering student especially. So plenty of students do opt for it, and you need to plan it out well in advance so that you can get a minor also along with your major degree. Okay. So now let us move on to the registration. So as I said, we have plenty of flexibilities. So the first aspect is registration. So as I said, you can plan your courses properly. So hence, registration plays a major role. So you should plan it out well in advance. On day 1, registration will happen. So that's your responsibility to register the courses properly. If you see that if you want to do more courses, you have to plan it out, and then you can register on the first day, and the timetable will be announced, and it will be shared with you before the registration. Now itself, your timetable is there in your kit, which is provided to you, so you can see your first year timetable. Okay? So it is your responsibility to complete your registration on day 1, so that you can use your institute facilities. And of course, all your outstanding dues should be cleared to be eligible to register in a particular semester. And the classwork will start on the next working day. So for you, the registration is on 30th Friday. So you'll complete your registration. By that time, you'll know which course you are going to do. And then Monday onwards, your regular classwork will start. This is the practice which will be followed till you graduate. So this is the day 1 registration. And then the last point is your graduation. So as I said, you have to complete minimum number of required units and courses. For engineering program, it will be 42 and 144 units respectively. For BBA honors program, it will be 45 and 151 units. So this you have to complete. So you will know once you progress how many courses you have completed. All these data is available in ERP. So you can check how many courses I have completed. When you come for the next registration, how many is pending, all those data will be available. And you should have a CGPA of 4.5 on a 10 scale. And you should not be having any NC report in your course. That I will elaborate it little later. This is the minimum graduation requirement for you to get a degree from BITS Pilani. Right, so now the starting point is clear, end point is clear. So day 1 registration, and finally you're going to get your degree. So how the courses are going to be delivered. So we'll have lectorials or lectures, labs, project type courses, plenty of options you have. So courses will be delivered on a daily basis. We have a classroom equipped with smart interactive panels, telepresence facility, well-equipped laboratories, a Moodle platform also. And one important feature of BITS Pilani is the faculty will provide you a document which we call it as a course handout for each course. So once you're registering, you're completing your registration, and Monday you'll go to a class. The faculty will share you the course handout. That's an agreement between the teacher and the taught. So you'll have clearly all this informations will be given in the handout. You'll have everything, how many lectures you'll have, what are the course content is there, how it is going to be delivered, what is the textbook, what's the reference material, when the evaluation components are scheduled, everything will be available in the handout. So you need not run around here and there to find out. All the information for every course on day 1, you'll get the handout, which will have every information required for you. And we follow a continuous internal evaluation. So as I said, the handout will have all the information. So evaluation components varies from mid-semester exam, quizzes, assignments, take-home assignments, comprehensive examination, lab, all those things will be part. As it varies from course to course. Everything is available in the course handout. And day 1 itself, you will know when is my quiz for this particular course is scheduled, when is my mid-semester examination, when is my comprehensive examination, how many evaluation components I do have for this particular course. All these data are available in day 1 with you in the form of handout. So you can plan well in advance. And normally we have a grading system. So during mid-semester, we'll provide a mid-semester grade. So that will give you an idea. So where do you stand? So which means that roughly 60% of evaluation components are over. So you will be graded. The faculty will share you that this is the mid-semester grade. So then you can see how much you need to put your efforts on where you are lacking, so that still you have another 40-50% with you. You can improve your academics and get a better grade in the finals. Okay, so that is how the system works. So that's what everything is taken care, and we have a flexible system. So you have to just adhere it to that. And of course, examinations, we have a zero tolerance with respect to any kind of unfair means. So you have to be very cautious in that. Possession of any material in any form is completely treated as a huge offense. So it will have a huge impact on your academics, and nobody can help you out. So ensure that you are not indulging in any of the unfair means activities. The punishment varies from registration cancel to debar to register, or to that extent that you may be expelled from the institution as well. So of course, nobody would like to do that. So I'm just giving you a evaluation and feedback. So you have a clear idea now. So day 1, you'll get the handouts. So how you're going to be evaluated, it's the same thing. everything is available. So once the exams are over, the instructor will share the answer key for that particular course. So you can compare with it. And how the evaluation will be done is, so it's a multi-section course. So if particular says, for example, we have 8 sections for mathematics 1 means, so 8 instructors will be there. And evaluation will be done in such a way that to maintain uniformity, one particular question will be corrected by one faculty for the entire cohort. So your teacher will not correct only your answer papers. So he'll correct the answer paper of some questions for the entire batch of students, right? So that uniformity is maintained. So BITS takes care of all those things, and within a week's time, your answer papers will be returned to you. So this is the day 1 after the exam. You can see the marking scheme. It will be available to you in the LMS, and then within a week's time, the corrected answers will come back to you. You can check, and if you have any clarifications you need to seek, immediately you can approach your faculty and get it done in a couple of days. So it's completely a transparent system. There is no ambiguity anywhere. So you will get to know where do you stand after the end of every evaluation component. Okay. So makeup will be granted for genuine reason. It is not for, it's a right to claim. So if you are, unfortunately, you are not able to write the exam and you miss that exam, then immediately you need to approach your instructor and seek for a makeup. So prior permission is needed. In that case, the team of instructors will look into that and they will provide an opportunity to write a makeup so that due to unforeseen circumstances you have missed something, so still you have a chance that it will not affect your academics. And there's no makeup in general, so don't come back that I missed this one, again can you give me a makeup? That kind of request will not be entertained. Okay, so now evaluation is done. How you will be graded? Basically the numerical marks is converted into a qualitative letter grades. That is what you will get in the transcript. So how it is converted is, the grades vary from A to E. So this is the breakup. So you have A means, so finally you are going to calculate the CGPA as well. So A, if you are getting an A, it means that you are a 10 on 10 in that particular course. A minus is 9, B is 8. So you can say like A is your exceptional, A minus is very good, like that you can say. And the lowest grade is E, which we call it as exposed to that particular course. It has only 2 points weightage. So I'll tell you how to calculate that, okay, little later. Okay, so this is how the grade will be there. So I'll tell you, okay, let me see this one. So suppose you're registered for course 1. That's a 4-unit course. You're getting a A grade. So it will be 4 into 10 because A is 10, so it will be 40 points you'll get accumulate. Suppose in course 2, that's a 2-unit course, you are getting a B minus. B minus is 7 points, so it will be 7 into 2, 14. So you'll add everything. So you'll get 144 points you are accumulated. Number of units you have registered is 19. So 148 divided by 19 will give you 7.79. That's your CGPA. So this is how CGPA is calculated. So you can calculate on your own. So during mid-semester also you can calculate. So where do we stand? What's my CGPA? So how much I need to put your effort to move to a 9-pointer. So all those 6 exercises you can do. Right. Now let me give you about what is the minimum criteria to get a valid grade. So normally, I've just given a rough guideline. A student should obtain 30% of average of top few performance in the class or 40% of the median of the class, whichever is lower, to clear that particular course. So I mentioned A to E. These are the valid grades. If you are not able to meet this criteria, you will be assigned a report called NC. You are not cleared that particular course. So which means that you will not be, it will not contribute to your CGPA, and you need to register that course again, and you have to do that course again along with the next batch of students. Right? So NC means you are not cleared that particular course. So you cannot write only the exam because it's a continuous evaluation. You need to register that course again when that course is offered. And you have to go through the entire process again and complete that course and get a valid grade. You have to convert that NC into a valid grade. Okay. So it might be slightly, say first year it will be like this. This is the 30% of the average of top few performers or 40% of the median, whichever is lower. So that is the cutoff to clear that particular course. As time progresses, when you move into second year, third years, the instructors, they have a role to play. So they feel that historically that course is very tough and they may slightly reduce that or tweak it. So that instructor in charge, and anyway, it will be given in the handout on day one. So you have to be very clear what is the minimum requirement to clear that particular course. Okay. Okay. So I spoke about the grading. So normally it is done in mid-semester and final. How the grading is done is, so all the marks are plotted in the histogram. We'll identify the gaps and we say that this particular students are exceptional, so we can avoid an A grade. And this cluster, we can identify the clusters that instructors will do and they will share it with you also. This cluster of students, they deserve to get an B minus, and this set of students deserve to get an C or C minus, like that. So based on that, they will decide the grades and it will go to the moderation committee. The department moderation committee also will look into that, and it will go to the local exam committee, that is Dubai campus, and then it will go to the Indian campus, Pilani campus, head campus, and it's to ensure that everything is done systematically and transparently. So that is a grading process we follow, and CGPA I've told you. And then what the grading is, so if you are getting a CGPA of 9 and above, you'll be getting a degree with distinction. So and so has obtained a degree in BE Computer Science with a distinction. So if it is between 7 and 9, it is first class, and less than 7, it will be second division. And of course, minimum requirement is 4.5, so it should be between 4.5 and 7, so you'll be getting a second division. Okay. So at the end of every semester, you have an ERP system. Day one, you'll be registering in that. In that same platform, you'll be able to see your grades. Once all this, I described about the process which we follow. So your exams answer scripts will be corrected, it will be given to you, then all the rechecks requests will be done, then the instructor will do the grading, then it will go to the moderation process, evaluation, approvals, all those things. Once everything is done, the grade will be posted in ERP. So you can check your grades and the CGPA at the end of every semester. And finally, once you complete your graduation requirements, you'll get a transcript and provisional certificate, as well as degree will be awarded during the convocation. So the entire data will be available for the parents as well. So we have a separate login credentials for the parents. So you can log into your ERP. So you can see your ward's attendance, what grade he has got it, what is the CGPA, all those things can be checked by the parents in ERP as well. And the next important aspect is attendance. So there is a minimum attendance required for you to appear for the comprehensive examination. So it's normally 60% for all the courses. So which means that this classwork starts from 2nd September till 20th December. So how many classes held, how many classes you have attended. So that gives you the attendance percentage, and it should be minimum 60 to you are eligible to be appearing for the comprehensive examination. So ensure that you attend the classes regularly. All this data will also be available in Moodle for you. The students can check every class gets over. It will show how much, what's your attendance percentage, how much you need to attend to maintain the minimum. All those information will be available in the Moodle also, as well. All right. So the minimum academic requirements, it's required for every semester. So at the end of every semester, a student should not have secured more than 1 E. You'll be registering for 7 or 8 courses in the semester. So you cannot have more than 1 E in a semester. And your CGPA should be at least 4.5. If in case you are not able to meet this requirement, you will be put under the purview of Academic Counseling Board, which in short we call it as ACB. So what is ACB? A committee comprises of the associate deans, faculties, and students. So the main objective of this board is to help the students to come out of that difficulty. So in case, suppose, you are getting into the purview of ACB, so you have to seek the help of these members and get out of that ACB as quickly as possible. So we have academic advisors. We do all supports in the form of academic advisors, mentors, as well as the professional counsel support if needed. Okay. So finally, I'd just like to end up with the points to keep in mind. So you have to ensure that you're maintaining your minimum academic requirements, and class attendance you're maintaining 60%, and you're not involving in any kind of indisciplined activities. Indisciplined activities will result in RC, which is registration cancelled in that particular course. And if you're not attending properly, then you're not performing well, that will lead to NC. So in that case, you'll be under the purview of Academic Counseling Board. It's a word of caution here, because if you are into any of this, the chances are very unlikely that you'll be able to complete your graduation in 4 years, because you need to repeat that courses again by registering when it is offered again. So ensure that you're maintaining a good attendance, a decent CGPA, so that you can comfortably finish your graduation in 4 years. Because it's very challenging. If you indulge in any of these activities, it will be almost impossible to complete your graduation requirements in 4 years. Thank you. And I'll be available for any queries later also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. One of the most exciting aspects of being a student at BITS Pilani, Dubai is the practice school program. This program allows you to apply what you have learned in the classroom to real-world situations, giving you invaluable practical experience. To tell you more about this, I would like to invite Professor Gomati Bhavani, our Associate Dean of Practice School.
Good morning, everyone. I'll make it very brief. So my division takes care of the much needed industry academia engagement. That is, as our director said, BITS is a pioneer which started practice school as early as 1964 or 1973. So these are some of the accolades the newspapers have given long back. You can see Financial Express highlighting the practice school option that BITS introduced, and also the Hindu newspaper. So as I said, we provide the academic industry interface. As our dean earlier highlighted, that most of you should have opted for PS as a default option. So it is very popular, it is very engaging, and it is very valuable for you to, pursue graduation here. Excuse me. So what is PS? Just like the medical internship, BITS students go to the business or organizations to get hands-on experience in activities and operations in the corporate field. So it is akin to the residency that the doctors undergo while they pursue their MBBS. So the students would solve problems in the real world, in the real problems. And the students are also evaluated on the basis of their aptitude, attitude, performance, interest in learning, behavior, teamwork, and similar aspects. So we have a model in which the faculties are involved in assessing, evaluating, along with the industry mentors, industry supervisors. So this model has been very successful. So we have faculty continuously monitoring and guiding the students in the industry. So why PS? Why the practice school? So as I said, the students are exposed to the real working conditions vis-a-vis the classroom conditions they are used to. And it helps students develop their personality. So mainly to set the personality in motion. And also, the kind of industry engagement fosters closer cooperation between university and industry, and it also facilitates changes in the curriculum. So if an industry problem or an industry element can be embedded in our curriculum, then we have a set of procedures. It's not that it can be embedded next day. We have a Senate which approves these things. It is thoroughly vetted. So we have processes in place in which the particular industry element can be embedded in our curriculum. So it enhances the curriculum as well. So develops network between student and potential employers. The students can network in the industry with their prospective employers. So as our dean earlier has highlighted the structure of the program, at the end of the second year, the students would typically do what is known as a PS1, Practice School 1, during the summer term. And then in the final year, the students would do the Practice School 2, which could be either in the first semester with a bit of, half of summer going there. Also in the second semester, that would range from like, say, January to July. So a bit of summer will also be taken. So this is the structure of the Practice School 1 and Practice School 2 program. Practice School 1, as I said, at the end of the second year is more exposure oriented. Practice School 2 is more to do with the problems that are relevant to the discipline. So this is some of the data that we have about our, excuse me. So Practice School 1 and 2, so we have 8 weeks. Practice School 1 in the summer term runs for about 8 weeks in June, July, while PS2 runs for about 5.5 months in the final year. So Practice School 1 accounts for 5 units of credit, while Practice School 2 accounts for about 20 units of credit. So these are all some of the distinct features of PS1 and PS2. I don't want to read everything, so it is there for you to see. So as I said, PS1 is more exposure-oriented. The student learns how to work in an office environment, how to network, how to work in a team, how to develop the correct, personality, what are the ethics of working in an industry, how to communicate in an industry. All these things are learned in PS1, while PS2 is actual problem solving in his or her discipline. We call the industry as station, the company as station. So it's typical to ask, what is your PS station? So station is the terminology that we use. So we have about more than 200 reputed organizations engaging with us. So at this juncture, I would also like to appeal to the parents that if you are part of a very reputed organization, then we would like to connect with you. So please get in touch with our division if you would like to offer internship to our students. You don't need to wait till your ward comes to PS1 or PS2 stage. Please make it available to the other students as well. So that is how your ward learns. It's all teamwork. So along with others, your ward will also learn and grow. So this is something that I would like to place it before you, this request. PS1 stations are available in UAE, India, and across the globe. PS2 stations are in UAE and India. So as Dean AUGSD pointed out, PS is only an option. the alternate option is thesis. So if you would, your ward would like to pursue research and he has made up his mind not to be involved in the industry, then he or she can pursue thesis as an option. So new stations can be introduced by students. As I said, if you have a very highly acclaimed organization that can add value to our students, please get in touch with our division and we will thoroughly vet it and offer it to our students. So station allotment is a multi-dimensional process. So all these factors are taken into consideration when we allot a station to a particular student. So of course, CGPA also plays a major role, even though I would like to say it otherwise. So keep an eye on your CGPA. It is always going to help you. The higher, the better. So these are all some of the PS stations that we are currently engaged in, and we have a very good relationship and rapport with these kind of industry partners through our engagement of faculty and through our division and the kind of work our students are doing in the industry. So all this facilitates a very good relationship with our company, and we would like to see that grow from strength to strength with your help and support. So these are all some of the companies. So this is some of the pictures that have been taken from the PS2 and PS1 stations. And thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The journey from being a student to becoming a successful professional is one that requires careful planning and support. At BITS Pilani, Dubai, we are committed to helping you build a strong foundation for your future career. So I'm now pleased to introduce Mr. Abdul Razak, our Manager of Career Services.
Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Abdul Razak and I manage the career services at BITS Pilani Dubai campus. So first of all, a very warm welcome to the freshmen who have joined in today. I know you're embarking on a journey which would be of a very valuable experiences for next 4 years. And we would like to be part of that journey with you guys. So, I would start, the information about career services with a short story which would give you an idea about how things work in a university. So this is a story about a student called Ayan who joined just like you, full of energy, with dreams, aspirations, and looking at achieving what they've dreamt of. Similarly, what has happened is that there's a bit of a doubt in Ayan's mind that, what about the future? What are the roles available? What are the jobs? In a fast-changing work environment, there's a doubt in the mind that, what's going to happen if, there's a new technology which comes in. So, but he starts with a very positive mindset in his first year, where he starts enrolling with clubs, activities, volunteering, activities, in which what he realizes is that, university is not just about education, but also gaining experience, also gaining, an understanding about your strengths, about your, key points which are essential for you to identify and choose an industry. So he starts taking advantage of resources available on campus, right? Starting from, meeting with career services department to understand what are the career options available, taking advice when it comes to careers, finding mentors, because you are being part of a community of university which has over 100,000 plus alumni who've graduated who are in different walks of life. So finding that mentor, identifying right kind of, mentor who can guide you in your walk of life when it comes to your career, was something he was continuously doing. He took internships not only within the stream of expertise that he was into, but he started looking out for internships into various areas, various industries where he got a lot of exposure and experience and got a lot of transferable skills which would help him in future. So cut to the next session when he reaches the final year. He's got about experience with about 5 to 6 different companies. He's worked for a startup, he's worked for a multinational company, gained a lot of experience. And in that process, he eventually identified that his passion lies working for a technology company and working in fields where he can add social impact to organizations. So by the time he graduated, he was not just a student with a degree in hand, but also with a lot of experience under his belt, and was able to identify, the kind of, experience skills that he had. And he eventually got a job into a tech company where he was able to add social impact, to the society in general. So that's exactly the journey of students, and that's exactly what we commend and recommend students to do. Obviously, your academics come, at the first, and followed by a lot of other, activities, a lot of other transferable skills development that you can do over a period of next 4 years. So as a vision, we empower our students to explore and pursue careers by providing them right information so that they take informed decisions when it comes to their career. So we provide, in terms of services, just to elaborate, career guidance, because we think that career planning is the first and foremost important thing for students to pursue their journey when they're graduating in a university. Aligning your skills, aligning your strengths and weaknesses with your career goal is something that you need to start immediately. And it starts right now for you. So reach out to us. We are available to support. It's not just the final year students that we support. We support students from year 1, where you have the opportunity to come in and meet the expert team of career services professionals who are based out here. We do a lot of career talks and workshops. Again, I'm inviting you guys to, make sure that the moment you see a poster where it says that there is an industry person coming to the campus, talking about an industry domain, please walk in. You're more than welcome to register for these events and come and participate. You don't need to be in pre-final and final year to attend these events. We do a career readiness program, which is primarily to ensure that students, right from their identifying the right goals, identifying the aspirations, and developing a right kind of resume for the industry. These are some of the things that we do mostly in pre-final year and final year, which is called the Career Readiness Program. We organize Career Fair, which is an amazing event for students to network with industry on campus. In the same auditorium, we organize career fairs where there are about 60 to 70 companies annually who participate. Last year, we started a startup career fair as well, which our director has mentioned. It's a new initiative where we have even started engaging with startups because they offer a lot of internships, a lot of exposure to students. So we have a startup career fair and we have an annual career fair that we do annually. Campus placement program, this is primarily for final year students, which starts most probably when students are in final year, where we start with taking a survey to understand what are the career aspirations of students, and then we align training programs, companies accordingly with the campus placement program. It's a 6-month program which starts with a career fair and then ends up in campus placement program, which is on campus as well as off campus. We are the only university which provides higher education support. We encourage students to go out and approach top universities around the world. That's the reason we have students going to Harvard's, to MIT's, to universities like Johns Hopkins, where they are doing their masters, their PhDs, etc. So we have on-campus support where students get an opportunity to get information about GRE and GMAT programs, get to know about universities. We have universities career fairs, which happens on campus as well. So that's the offering of career services department. Just to give you a glimpse of some of the industry talks that we do, we primarily do industry talks which are related to obviously specific domain and industries. Leadership is another area where we do a lot of talks and sessions, and company presentations. So you're more than welcome to attend these events that we organize. Some glimpse from our career fair. This is the event that I'm talking about, where you have annual event where you get an opportunity to interact with multiple companies, understand what they're offering, understand what are the skill sets they're looking out for. So we normally encourage pre-final year and final year students to attend these events. Just to give you a highlight about the list of companies, we have multinational companies, local conglomerates, startups, SMEs who are part of our portfolio of companies. We have about 200 plus companies that we on regular basis engage with. It's exciting times for students because currently Dubai market is looking out for a lot of fresh talent. So there was a survey done by a recent, a recruitment agency which states that 80% of the companies in MENA region, not only Dubai, but in Saudi and other places as well, companies are looking to hire fresh talent, which is something new for this part of the world because right from the time they've discovered oil, it's always experienced people that they used to look out for. But times have changed. There are a lot of companies. Our PS program is basically a success story for us, where for last 23 to 24 years, we have been placing students via internship in the industry and made them used to hiring students through the internship program as well. So I would say we are one of the pioneers in university and education field who have introduced the internship in this part of the world. 92% of the companies who are looking to hire are looking out for people with the right attitude. So this is something right at the top of the helm of skills that companies are looking out for. It's not AI, it's not other technology, it's the right attitude. So the companies are looking out for this skill, and this is as per LinkedIn survey, which was recently released about a month back. The startup landscape in Dubai is amazing. Majority of the unicorns that have emerged out of MENA region are from Dubai itself. So there are a lot of opportunities available, especially in cutting-edge technologies like AI, machine learning, where there are a lot of opportunities available within the startups with very competitive salaries, which are even available, not available in top-notch companies or multinational companies. So this is one set of companies that I would highly encourage you guys to explore right away. I'm sure most of you are Gen Zs, the students, so you might be aware about the word hustle. So what are you supposed to do starting from now? I've given you an idea about what we do, but what are you supposed to do right now? As I told you, your journey begins today. So start setting clear goals. Obviously, identifying your strengths, weaknesses. It takes time. Take an appointment with Career Services Department. We would love to be part of this journey, explaining you, what are your strengths, weaknesses, what to do, what not to do. So start setting up clear goals right away. Engage in extracurricular activities because companies are looking out for a lot of transferable skills. It's not just, your domain knowledge, but there are a lot of things like, the right attitude, your learning skills. These are some of the things that companies are looking out for. So engage in activities, be part of clubs, be part of, events, be part of events, do, internships, part-time internships, etc. Step 3 is basically network early and often. I told you that you are being a part of a community of 100,000 plus graduates from BITS Pilani. It's a big network. Start with creating a very professional LinkedIn profile, like the BITS page, connect with your alumni right away, and see the journey through the LinkedIn profile. You get to know about where they have started and where they are heading towards. So you get to know story of their, career, their journey. And obviously you would find mentors and, people that can give you advice about career as well. So start that immediately. Prepare for industry. Obviously, start doing as many internships as possible in your 4 years. Obviously, you have the Practice School 1 and Practice 2 program. But beyond that, the possibility for you to do a lot of virtual internships, a lot of internships which are part-time in nature. So try and gain as much as experience as possible, so by the end of it, you have enough experience to showcase on your profile. Stay informed and adaptable. So usually for freshers who join in, I usually recommend them to start a habit of reading job descriptions. Log on to a website, log on to LinkedIn, job website or LinkedIn, and see what are the jobs available for entry-level roles. Have a look at the skill sets companies are looking out for. So start a habit, learn about the industry, what are the skills they're looking out for right away. Next thing is practice professionalism. Needless to mention, obviously there's a bit of, there's a lot of professionalism you will get in place the moment you start, attending classes, writing your examinations. But beyond that, obviously, make a very good professional online presence as well, which is important in current day and age. Gain practical experience. Do as many diverse internships as possible. Going beyond what you're studying, look at diverse internships, diverse industries, which could help you gain more transferable skills. We have a very amazing platform available for fresh graduates. It's called Forage, where you get an opportunity to do virtual experiences right away. Right before doing an internship, you can be part of this platform. It's free for BITS Pilani students, where you get to do small virtual work experiences with companies like Boston Consulting Group, JP Morgan Chase, General Electrics, and over 450 students have already completed programs on this platform and got certifications. So this is something I would highly encourage. We would send you an email with details about how to log in and what are the steps to register, which is very simple, but we will definitely send you an email, but you could sign up through this QR code as well. Moving on, booking an appointment is very easy with Career Services. We have dedicated 20-minute slots available for students who can come in and visit us anytime they want, and have an interaction with us about industry, about advice on how to find a mentor, how to identify skill set, how to get an internship, or any questions related to career services or career journey. We have few upcoming events that are happening on campus. Like I've mentioned before, we have collaborations with universities and the representatives who come onto the campus and talk to students about their programs. So we have a representative from University of Waterloo, Canada, who's visiting our campus on 27th of September. And then we have programs like Career Talks, which are related to domain-specific areas, which is into cybersecurity this time around. And there are a lot of other events. So watch out for these events and do participate and be part of these events. And I know that you are embarking on a journey with a fast-changing world. There are new technologies coming in. You have doubts about what industry to choose, etc. But don't worry. That's the case with majority of the students, and as a career services department, we are very well equipped with tools and information that can help you find the right direction. So we would love to be part of this journey, and please feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir. While academics and career preparation are critical for your well-being and overall student experience, BITS Pilani Dubai offers a wide range of programs and activities designed to support your personal growth and ensure that your time here is both fulfilling and enjoyable. To speak more about this, I would like to invite Professor Geeta Kannan, our Associate Dean of Student Welfare.
Hello, everyone. Since morning, we have been uploading lots and lots of information. I hope you have more space for the information I'm going to share with you too. I'm sure many of you will be happy to hear some of the things I'm going to share. So hopefully I'll get your full attention. I don't have to really define what a student welfare stands for. But if any of you have any doubt, you're welcome. This slide is self-explanatory. And we have ample roles because an university revolves around students. So detaching student welfare division from those activities are very difficult. So I just listed some of the activities which you might be interested in. Once again, I really don't have to go through it because, as I said, everything that you as a student do will be connected to the SWT division. And some things are very closer to heart. As an ambitious set of students here, you will be thinking about your academic performance. So let me start with that. BITS Pilani Dubai campus acknowledged the top 3 performers of a batch with Chancellor's Gold, Silver, and Bronze medal. This will be given to you, or this will be given to you in front of the creamiest guest during the convocation. So you will be the pride of the whole batch receiving these awards. Not just for the academics. If you are an all-round performer, what does that mean? Just now, Mr. Suhail was talking about how you need to pay attention towards your extra and co-curricular activities without making any compromise to your academics. Okay, that particular trait of you will be given a special mention in the convocation. There, we will be giving the Director's Medal for all-round achievement. One each for a boy and girl will be selected, and they will be given this award in the convocation once again. So in other words, you can see academics as well as your all-round performance are given equal attention as far as BITS campus is concerned. We have a lot of support provided, and we will be providing, I'm sure. As you are a fresher, you will have a greater knowledge about the kind of scholarships and support that we have been offering. It was part of your admission, and it is there in the handbook also. If you have any further doubt on the support that you require, you know whom to reach out to. That's going to be the Student Welfare Division. Any society, any community will have lots of freedom. But freedom also comes with a responsibility, and there are certain areas where nobody should actually get into. That is because it's going to make life very difficult for a happy living. So here in BITS Pilani Dubai campus, we do not tolerate ragging. We do not want our children to get distracted with any substance abuse of any form, okay? Some of it may sound very fancy, but believe me, anything that is giving you an immediate pleasure is not really worth taking up. Okay, you need to put effort to reap the benefit. If something is giving you that kind of happiness immediately, please watch out. I'm sure you are smart enough to know the difference. Please pay attention. We do not tolerate substance abuse. And you know the kind of country that you're living in, right? It will not be happy to see such young generation getting wasted. And the laws are very strict. Remember, some of you are from India. We have excellent laws even in India, but you may think execution is not something that India is known for. But out here, it is done very sincerely, and that is something you need to watch out for. There are certain adventures which are no-no, and one of that happens to be the substance abuse. We as Indians always treated both the gender equally. We know we worship Arthanari. So in another case, there is no space for any kind of sexual harassment. And if you think you can get away, please think twice, because we do not, okay? We most definitely will not take sexual harassments of any form lightly. So you need to watch out. We have strict rules and regulations. All that are already being shared to you. And if you take lightly, you will not like the end result. So please watch out. Already Dr. Somasundaram was talking to you about the unfair means. And that is another forbidden zone which is not going to be tolerated. So 4 things you need to watch out for. That is ragging, substance abuse, sexual harassment, and plagiarism. These 4 are never going to be tolerated in this campus, or for that matter, in all the campuses of BITS Pilani Dubai campus. This is one sign. Did you get to see? Where? In this campus? No, you won't. Why? Because everywhere this is applicable. In other words, the whole campus, except for 2 spots, okay, except for 2 spots. I'm not going to specify where it is. Okay, if you want to destroy yourself, your health, go ahead, search for it. Okay, I am not going to encourage you. But all the rest of the campus is supposed to be absolutely smoke-free. And as I said, execution of laws and rules are very strict here, very sincere out here in UAE. So that also means if you were caught violating this rule, you will be immediately approached by the security or any concerned person. Believe me, it also comes with a fine. Okay? The fine which you could easily spend on your own harmless, healthy entertainment. Okay? No excuses. There are a lot of kids who thought vaping is something that could be done in a very easier fashion without being caught, but believe me, many of the children who tried vaping are the ones who were fined. Okay? So, as I said, the 2 spots which I don't want to give you an identity to, other than that, anywhere else, if you are caught smoking, you will be fined first time around. Second time around, you will be taken to the disciplinary committee. And if you were ever found guilty by the disciplinary committee, most of the leadership roles of the student body will not be accessible to you. Okay? So if you are a leader, you should be someone whom everyone should look up to. You should be an inspiration. Okay? So you cannot be part of those student bodies if you were found guilty by the disciplinary committee. So please avoid, please follow the rules, respect other people's preference too. Dubai campus, the BPDC campus is located and it is part of Dubai International Academic City. They have their own rules and regulations. Many of you are from diverse locations. There are many things which are okay in that particular location, but out here in Dubai, we need to value and we also have to respect the culture of this community. So please dress appropriately. You need to behave in a very appropriate fashion, fighting, arguing in public places, avoid at all costs. This complete details of the DIAC rules and regulation is part of your handout, so please follow it. Especially when you're taking photographs. I know it's very difficult for the younger generation to keep away from your mobile, especially with the selfie mania. When you're taking your selfie, please be aware of your surrounding because you're not supposed to take pictures of others without the permission. Here the rules are very strict. So if you're taking selfie, see to it, it is just you. Okay? Be watchful of the surrounding. That is something very important. This is something for all those who have come from places other than UAE. Okay, people who have studied in UAE, who was brought up in UAE, they know this. The rest of you don't know. Ignorance is definitely not an excuse. Please beware, okay? You have a grievance redressal committee, so if you have any sort of inconvenience, any sort of grievances that you're facing in the campus, this is one committee that you can approach. Okay, you can either contact me in person or through mail. There is also a specific mail ID which is associated with this grievance committee. That mail ID is provided in your handout. You can take that mail ID if we are not able to reach out to me and send your grievance. It will be immediately addressed upon. Don't think that you don't have a voice to raise your grievance. Definitely you have. As long as it is genuine, it will be addressed upon. Some of you might have already taken a campus tour, so you may know that we have a fully functional medical facility in the campus. We have a clinic, we have paramedics, we also have doctors visiting our hostel, and we also have exclusively a vehicle assigned to address any sort of medical emergency. I'm sure all of you would have been already communicated about this faculty advisors. They will be the first point of contact when you have doubt. Okay, feel free to mail to them, talk to them, clarify any sort of doubt that might creep into your mind, because as long as you're clear, you're going to enjoy the experience of BITS Pilani Dubai campus. We have 6 hostel blocks, 4 for boys, 2 for girls. It's completely air-conditioned, Wi-Fi enabled, and it offers complete security. So if any of you are considering moving into hostel, feel free to contact either me or Chief Warden, Mr. Franklin. We will be able to help you out. As SWD of BPDC, you please be assured it's not just your physical well-being that we worry about, even your mental well-being is given equal preference. We have a resident counselor. She's available in room number 112. If you want to seek support, feel free to either mail to her or walk into her room so that you can book an appointment and consult with her. Library, I'm sure some of you already benefited from our library service. Just this morning, around 1,300 pre-loved books were distributed. We still have books available with us. If you have any requirement, you're welcome to approach the librarian, Mr. Jayachandran, who would help you with the pre-loved books. Other than that, the timings of the library is given to you. Once again, the same information is available in your handbook. You're welcome to refer to it. Our library is well equipped, not just with books, but also with e-resources. You can access all these information through online platform too, so feel free to use it and gain the full benefit. Each and every one of you will be provided with this ID card. As you can see, in this ID card, there is a H which is prominently seen that corresponds to the hostel students. For the day scholars, obviously this won't be there. So this is how we distinguish the day scholars from the hostelers. Keep this ID card safe. You're supposed to carry it every day as long as you're here in the campus. When it comes to the student activities, obviously we are the hub. We have ample provisions to develop the leadership skill in you. It will be absolutely honed during our activities. We have a lot of committees which involve students. Even as I was talking about the sexual harassment, we have a committee to monitor it. So even that committee will have student representation. So as you could see, we have a student council, we have the EMC, which is the Event Management Committee. The Event Management Committee will be responsible for organizing and hosting almost all the events that happen within the campus. Okay, so definitely it is something that is run by the students. Obviously, we have faculty and staff support, but it is primarily managed by the student community. We have clubs and association to hone your curricular and extracurricular activities. We have the election commission who plan the election and conduct the election, which is coming soon. If you are a budding aspiring writer, we have the Ed Board. We have the CRC, which actually frames the constitution for the student bodies. Once again, you will have a faculty support there. but primarily it is run by the students. So the major contribution is given by the students to develop the constitution which governs you. As I said, the disciplinary committee, once again, this committee also will have student representation here, and they monitor all the indisciplinary activities. We have guidelines given by the Senate, and we follow those guidelines in ensuring that institute is absolutely safe and a happy place for every one of you. As I said, in the student council, you have the president, vice president, general sec, and day scholar representatives for each year and hostel representatives for each block. They all are selected except for the ex officio member. Ex officio member only will be nominated by the outgoing election commission. The rest of the posts are through elections only. As I said, the Ed Board. The Ed Board, you could see, we have a biannual digital newsletter as well as a digital magazine. So your contribution will be welcome as a first year. Unless you're exceptional, you will not be part of the Ed Board immediately. You need to obviously prove that you are worth enough to be part of this. But once again, this is a student body with the faculty as an advisor. So hope to see many of you being part of it in the coming years. We have ample clubs which cater to your co and extracurricular activities. This is primarily extracurricular activities. Co-curricular activities are governed by the associations. So you could see a range of activities. It starts from drama, dance, and it goes all the way to your social activities. So you'll have a special interaction regarding all these clubs and associations, which will be coming up sooner. This Sparks is an intra-university cultural festival. It is coming soon, guys. Okay? In the second week of October, you're going to have Sparks event. So please get ready. If you are someone who is interested in dance, drama, or any kind of a literary event, you have one that is coming up soon. So plan ahead and be ready for it. Whereas Jashan is an inter-university cultural festival, you could easily call this to be the biggest cultural event in whole of UAE. You could talk to any of the university students outside BITS Pilani Dubai campus. The first thing they will ask you is look at your academic calendar and tell us when Jashan is going to be. Because it is that big. Everybody will be here and everybody will be part of this fun. But this is your university's function, so I'm sure you will be very much part of it. So the kind of event that happens is pretty diverse once again, whether it is dance or a drama or music, you name it, you will have it as part of Jashan. That's last year's Jashan for you, and then I don't really regret to say the same statement again. Once again, BSF is the biggest sporting festival in whole of UAE. All the university students come here because this is one of the biggest event in the academic calendar of all the universities. In fact, last year, even schools started coming to BSF. So not only university, even the school's calendar is now having one flagship event, which is none other than the BITS Sports Festival. You will be really happy to be part of it. As I said, as a first year, you are welcome to be part of an organizing committee if you are not a sportsman or woman. None of the closer to heart events are missed out just because you are living in a or you are studying in a foreign country. So all the inherent indigenous events of our culture will be celebrated out here in our campus too. That includes Gandhi Jayanti and Dandiya. All these are something that you will definitely enjoy. Ethnic Day is the day we BPDC celebrate because it is the day which commemorates the founding of our campus. So this is one day where you need to mandatorily come in your ethnic wear. Okay? So if you're not brought one, arrange for it. You still have time. November 5th is the Ethnic Day. So parents, please help your children. If they didn't bring an ethnic wear, help them. It is mandatory that you wear an ethnic dress on that particular day. This is obviously a tech university, predominantly a tech university. So you won't be surprised to hear from me that the BITS Tech Festival, BTF, is once again a huge event, something to be looking forward to. And here we have two classes of events, one meant for the school children, another for the university graduates. And both are very big. You will get to hear a lot of technical events taking place. You are welcome to be part of it. And it is one which you will definitely enjoy if you have technology at your heart. ArtX, I don't have to really tell you, these are some of the flagship events of BPDC. This is the art event. This is the art festival that is conducted over a period of 2-3 days. And all the artists, whether you're great at it, whether you're trying out, you're welcome to be part of it, because everyone starts somewhere. If you're not started, I'm sure this 11th and 12th, starting from 10th, you may not have much of a time to spare for your hobbies. If you feel you are ready for it, this is the time for you. Take out your canvas, start making materials. If you're good at sketching, try again. Be ready before the ArtX comes into existence. As I said, our clubs cater to different kind of interests. It's not just always fun. Our students are very good in giving back to the community. We continuously engage in social activities. But remember class, remember students, here, no compromise on your academics. None of your faculty advisors will say compromise your academics when you're doing these activities. We want you to be not just a person who's going to work, right? No, we want you to become great leaders. A great leader should have good time management. So managing your time while you're taking part in those activities is absolutely mandatory, no compromise. Remember that 60% which Professor Somasundaram was talking about? That is the minimum attendance you need to maintain, and your seniors have managed to do it while they were doing all these activities. If they can do, I'm sure you also can do. And you could see all sorts of social activities our students take part. Some of the activities happen during the weekends, and they are very much part of it. Okay, some of the activities happen after the college hours. That also you will be part of it. Some happens during the college hour. As I said, blood donation is once again coming up. That's going to be on 1st October. So get ready, eat healthy food, so that your HB count will be good enough for donation. Okay, so we have a lot of flagship events associated with our cultural, social activities. One happens to be a cultural festival for the special needs children, which happens in the 2nd semester. So definitely we want you to be involved in it. I'm really looking forward to seeing you during those events. Whether it is Earth Day, Earth Hour, all the significance will be highlighted to you so that we will create a better society which will be sustainable for everybody, not only for us, obviously also for the future generation. That is the kind of activities we take up. Hostelers, just because you're away from home, you're not going to miss out much, but to make you feel special, we also have a special activity day in the form of a recharge. This is meant exclusively for the hostelers. It varies from multiple activities, all sorts of conventional and unconventional games, plus cultural activities which happen over a period of 4 days. Once again, all this happens outside the college working time. But you could really enjoy it. This will be the part of memory which you will carry all through your life. This BPDC Wellness Initiative is something that is very close to our heart. Students, please take out your smartphones, scan this particular QR code. This is an initiative which is developed to provide you with a customized support, okay? Because there are many of you who would be longing to seek support, but you may not dare to do it. Some of you may feel pressurized by the society, but here in BPDC, you don't have such kind of a limitation. absolute anonymity will be given to you. That's why a QR code is provided. Just scan, but this is meant only for the students. We are not providing for the parents, so parents, please refrain from accessing this. Please fill the form so that our counselor will be able to evaluate you, and she will prioritize based on your requirement in providing your support. Okay, I hope all of you have accessed this particular Google form. Feel free to fill in. We are there to provide you the support. Beyond this, if you have any sort of help required, you know whom to approach. I'm Dr. Geeta, Associate Dean, Student Welfare Division. You're welcome to approach me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We live in an increasingly globalized world, and the opportunities to gain international exposure during your time here are vast. BITS Pilani Dubai campus has a strong network of international collaborations that allow students to study abroad, participate in exchange programs, and engage in global research initiatives. Hence, I'm excited to invite Professor Shashank Khurana, our Associate Dean of International Programs and Collaborations, who will share some more opportunities and how you can take advantage of them.
Very good afternoon, everyone. Very warm welcome to BITS Pilani Dubai campus. It is my pleasure to introduce to you about the International Collaborations and Program Division. After having been introduced about all the experiences, activities, and programs that exist on campus for the students, it is our duty and it is our intention that we as a department as well as an institute are working towards providing different opportunities for international exposures to the students. By implementing different international partnerships together with enhancing and ensuring global presence and visibility for the institute so that once a student graduates, they definitely have an acceptance and recognitions from different international peers across the globe. Together with developing different international programs and facilitating culture exchange. This is very important from the perspective that as a student, we need to be aware, mindful, and appreciative of how things work outside our working environment. That's where cultural exchange is an important part of our division. Last but not the least, after having launched or after having established different collaborations, we believe in paving up a way by supporting different global research through programs with international and prestigious universities so that there is an enhanced and improved institutional mobility of students, faculties, and staff between the universities, thereby enhancing one's personal as well as professional growth. Some of the recent collaborations that we have recently established on campus, one was with Shanghai University of Political Science and Law, which was done in December 2023, where the exchange of staff and scholars was implemented together with academic information and different materials. Another collaboration that we got into was an exclusive opportunity for our students with the Academic University of the Caribbean School of Medicine, where students can get direct access to their Doctor of Medicine program, together with attractive scholarships and concessions in housing allowances. In addition, receiving transformative clinical experiences in different universities. Another very prestigious institution, University of Nottingham, got into a bilateral agreement with our campus in Dubai, which facilitated an international program exchange for all the final year students, such that in their final year, in the 7th or the 8th semester, they can go for a semester abroad at the host University of Nottingham, or if they are interested in pursuing a thesis, they can do it at the host university as well, without any additional tuition fee to be paid at the host campus. That's where we believe in establishing these partnerships. Coming on to some of the distinguished visitors that we have had in the recent past includes that of esteemed professionals and faculty members from Hiroshima University in Japan, London Business School, John von Neumann University in Hungary, Bryant University, US, George Washington University, and Trent University, to name a few. This also creates a platform for all the students, faculty, and staff on campus in order to gain and learn from these esteemed gentlemen who are visiting campus, and of course paving a way for future collaborations in order to enhance the institutional mobility. Coming on to a very important program that I briefed upon in the beginning is our Thesis Beyond Borders. As I mentioned in the final year of one's engineering, if a student is determined not to join an industry, but to focus on a problem statement, which our director also highlighted right in the very beginning, there is a thesis program that already has been explained by Professor Somasundaram. So we have this off-campus thesis program where in one of the semesters of the final year, a student can go on to complete their thesis off-campus. That means at a university which has an MOU with BITS Pilani and an active collaboration. And we do have MOUs with more than 35 universities at the record, and we have a lot of faculties with international experience who are working with different academic collaborators. That's where the duration for this specific thesis would be up to 1 semester, that is 6 months in one of the 2 semesters of final year. The benefits that a student is likely to reap out of this would be partially to completely waive tuition fee at the host university, which is going to be a big support for a student. Then, together with gaining a global perspective, with working in international working environment with all the researchers on the host university campus, this is definitely likely to enhance one's research quality, paving a way for one's professional and personal growth. And last but not the least, enhancing the networking opportunities and also faster progression to master's program. That's where this program is designed and curated for. One testimonial that I would like to share from our recent 4th year student who just completed his thesis at National University of Singapore. You can read, I would like to read it for your benefit. Joining cutting edge research at NUS as part of my thesis was an amazing opportunity. The support of faculty from both home as well as host campus facilitated personal and professional growth with this dynamic experience, allowing me to integrate foundational skills of my discipline with real-world challenges. And in the last academic year, 5 students have availed this opportunity, pursuing their off-campus thesis at different universities outside the UAE and at different IITs back at home as well. Together with this off-campus thesis, a semester abroad program in the final year could also be accomplished with careful planning in association with the division. Right now, the opportunities that I presented are basically for all the students on campus, as we believe as an institute and as a department to provide an international exposure to all the students on campus. We also want to act as a facilitator to provide an appropriate international experience to all the students and researchers who exist outside the UAE. That's where we have some existing opportunities for them as well. The first opportunity is providing an internship experience, either for the undergraduate students. The program is already going on. The duration could be up to 2 weeks to 2 months. The other important program that we are in the process of introducing is specifically for the school students. School students who are either in the UAE or any country outside the UAE, specifically in the grades 10 to 12, can come down to our campus, spend up to from 1 week to 1 month, depending on their availability and their convenience, work with a faculty mentor, gain international experience, and then enrich their profile. So I would like to urge all the students in here, if you would have any of your relatives or any of your juniors back in school who you are still in contact with, please do make them aware of this opportunity so that they can also benefit from this. The other thing is with respect to bachelor thesis, the same thesis program with respect to the final year can be done by any of the undergraduate students by spending 1 semester with a faculty member in a department on campus. And then last but not the least, we also welcome different scholars as well as researchers on campus, either in their PhD program or for that matter, different researchers holding postdoc positions or faculty members. We welcome them on campus so that the students and faculty members on campus can work with them closely and develop future opportunities. So these are some of my details, which you will also find in the student handbook that is there in your packet. I will be more than happy to discuss with you about what all could be worked in order to shape up your future path. And if you are already willing to go for masters, we can definitely chalk out your plan for faster progression to masters as well. Last but not the least, we do believe in acting as a launchpad to your attractive future. And last but not the least, I would also like to wish you all the very best and a successful academic year ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. As you prepare to embark on your own journey here at BITS Pilani, Dubai, there is no better way to gain insight than by hearing directly from those who have walked this path before you. We are fortunate to have two of our recent graduates here today to share their reflections, experiences, and advice. Their stories will provide you with real sense of what to expect and how to make most of the opportunities that come your way. We have Dakshina Ilango from the batch of 2023, currently pursuing her master's in computer science from University of California, LA. Can we have a huge round of applause for her?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today. It wasn't long ago that I was in the same auditorium sitting here feeling excited as well as anxious about what the future holds. So I'm a 2023 alumnus of BPDC, and currently I'm a graduate student at UCLA in the Department of Computer Science. So today I want to take this opportunity to reflect on my journey as well as share some thoughts as you begin on your journey here at BPDC. So first and foremost, congratulations on making it to BPDC. It's definitely a testament to your hard work and dedication. I want to start off by saying that university is not just a place to earn a degree. It's definitely a community where you will forge lifelong friendships, discover your passions, find out what your limits and strengths are, and hopefully forge lay the foundation for your future. During my time here, I realized that early on that it's not all about just attending lectures and giving exams. So I would highly recommend that you get involved, participate in events, join clubs that you probably heard before, take part, join associations, because this sets up spaces where you meet like-minded people who you can collaborate with in the future, as well as form bonds and friendships. So yeah, get out of your comfort zone, because this is the time to do exactly that. Another important takeaway, I would say, is the emphasis on collaboration. As a computer science student, when you go to your second year at least, you will have a lot of courses where you would have group projects, and you might not realize the importance of it right now, but that literally translates to how it works in the industry. You will be working in teams, you'll have to work with different kinds of people, and it's highly essential that you learn that process right now. And through this, you will also be able to find people you work well with and find your group of people, because that's exactly what happened to me, especially because I did most of my studies during remote time. That was the only way of interacting with people. So that's how I found my group of friends, and we went on to do very exciting projects and took part in many competitions as well. So yeah, I would urge you to find your set of people through that way. To conclude, I want to leave you with the message that keep an open mind, seize every opportunity that you get, and take challenges as stepping stones. I can't wait to see what you all will do in the future. I also want to take this opportunity to thank my professors who have been a constant source of support during my undergraduate study. Thank you all for being a great audience, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Dakshina. We now have Sham Shankar Aji from the batch of 2024, currently working at Petrochem Middle East.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sham. I'm a chemical engineering graduate from BITS Pilani, Dubai, this very exact college, batch of 2020 to 2024. In fact, I didn't even get my degree certificate yet. My convocation is 2 weeks later. So I stand before you to speak about my BITS experience, what I did in my college, how I felt about this college. So BITS is known not just for their academics, but also their extracurricular activities as well. Their events like Jushin, BSF, Sparks, etc. Are well known, just like Geeta ma'am have mentioned. Okay, just an advice from a senior. The main thing that you guys should focus on your 4 years is that you guys should learn about everything. The learning process is very important. Learn about the people, learn about the subjects, obviously. Character development, that is the main thing. In your 4 years, focus on that. Okay. Take it from a person who just got employed right after their college. No employer wants a person who is not confident, right? So when you go for an interview, they'll obviously look at your technical knowledge as well. I'm not saying that's not important, that is also important. But then moreover, the confidence also matters. So build on that in these 4 years. You should focus on that, basically. I was not the same back in school. I was a very shy student. If you guys knew me back then, you wouldn't expect me to be talking in front of almost 500 people in this very exact auditorium. So yeah, coming to BITS, I came with the mindset that I have to change that. And BITS also helped me to change to the person who I am today. And I'm really grateful for my professors as well, who helped me throughout my undergraduate program. I'm really grateful for them to be part of my life. Now I'll get to the serious part. The reason why I was called to talk to you guys is because of the employment point of view. You guys got the master's point of view from Dakshina. I'll be talking about the employment point of view. So one of the best things about BITS and its curriculum is that you guys will have to do a 2 months internship in your second year during your summer vacations. And again, in your 4th year, either in your first semester or second semester, you'll have to do a 6 months of internship. Well-reputed companies come to this university. If you guys are interested in any of them, you can send your CVs, and if they like you, they'll choose you. And again, so right after graduation, you'll have 8 months of experience in your hand, which is a really good add-on. There's also a fair known as career fair, where all the companies come to this very auditorium, set up a stall. And if you guys are interested in getting into a job, you can take part in the fair, build relationship with them, with each and every companies, whoever you're interested in. And then if they like you, you might even get a job. So that's that. And there's another thing which will help you out throughout if you're looking for a job, which is the placement division. The placement division is of immense help. So we'll have, in your 4th year, you'll get an access to a superset application where all the companies will approach in that app. So they'll only be looking for BITS graduates, and you can apply to each and every job through that. Just like how I got into Petrochem. Petrochem is one of the leading distributors of chemicals in the Middle East and Africa region. So I'm really grateful for that. So I'm not trying to bore you guys with my speech anymore. All I'm saying is that you guys did the right decision of choosing BITS. You guys will enjoy your 4 years in this university. And thank you. All the best.
Thank you, Sham Shankar. Now we will be opening the question and answer session. In your bag, which all of you have gotten, there might be a small notepad, so you can write your questions there and you can pass it on to the dais, and we'll be happy to help you. There are volunteers there to take the questions from you.
Raise the hands.
They are raising their hands, yes. So you can write your doubts and send it here. We request all the speakers to come on the dais.
The admissions team who are here to collect the slips, please raise your hand so the parents can see you and give you the slip. Yeah, you can see Mr. Sanjay right there in the middle. Yes, Avani, there's a slip there. Please raise your hand so that they can see you and collect the slip fast.
I have a question regarding campus placement percentage. So on an average, we year on year for last 3 years, we've been placing around 75% of our students through the campus placement program. But as per a survey done by KHDA very recently, it states that most of the students after graduating, 12 months of graduating from our university, 100% of our students got placed within a span of 12 months.
Hello, I have another question here, which says that each academic year, what is the graduation percentage? It's almost 100%. We hardly get students who take extra years to do that. I would say it is 95 to 99% of graduation. Extra classes for students in few courses if they want. If they need some support, you can either approach Dean SWD or Dean Academics. We have some seniors who will be volunteering to help the students, and of course some of our faculty would be also interested in provide any extra support if it needed.
This is in continuation of what Dr. Professor Somasundaram was talking about. If you require any sort of academic help, we have something called a peer learning sessions, where you will be taught any particular topic by the fellow students itself. So they might be your batchmates or they may be the seniors, but they'll be more than happy to clarify the doubt. If you want something to be taught, they will be happy to teach you. So if you require such kind of a help, feel free to approach me. I'll be able to facilitate it for you. To answer the question that is directly given to us, that is about the dress code. Yes, you know the kind of country you have come to, right? It is something that values Islamic culture. So definitely covered dresses are mandatory. Completely covered dresses. So when we say decent, obviously the definition of decent is a variable. But remember, you need to cover yourself and see to it that you follow all the rules to the dot. Okay? So completely covered dress of any form is fine. Thank you.
So there is a question, how do we ensure that curriculum is updated to meet the ever-changing landscape? So let me tell you that we did have an extensive curriculum review, which happened just a month back, and we are incorporating the changes. As per our guidelines, we have to get it passed by the Senate. I'm sure that going forward in the coming semesters, those changes will be reflected. One of the things that we'd like to do is cybersecurity, as you said, as you wrote about AI. So those things are already in our mind and will come up very soon.
I have a question. It's how many students from civil discipline got placement in Dubai UAE? So, I'll answer it in much detailed manner. Obviously, like, with with IT industry booming for last 10, 15 years, people think that, it's all about IT when it comes to jobs. But we've seen a rise in conventional engineering streams, which have been providing a lot of opportunities for students. So as a matter of fact, we currently have roles available for mechanical and civil engineers, but we don't have students available to be placed. So definitely it looks promising, and with countries like Saudi Arabia opening up a lot of opportunities, there are many opportunities available for civil engineering students. So in terms of placement for this year, we have already closed 70% of the placement for civil engineering students. Next question is regarding, I'm leading an MNC software company, would like to introduce our company. More than welcome, sir. So, I can meet you offline and discuss about how we can take this partnership forward. What guidance do you provide for preparing for masters? So, as I've mentioned in my presentation, we are one of the first university to set up a center for higher education on campus, which encourages students to obviously go for top universities. So the first step that we have for students is giving them guidance when it comes to competitive exams like GRE and GMAT. So we have a tie-up with a company which provides classes, GRE and GMAT classes on campus if students are interested. So they don't have to go out looking out for companies who can train them. It can be availed on campus itself. So that's the service we provide. Okay, placement can be done either of any campuses. I guess the parents wants to know whether they can sit for placements in Hyderabad, Goa or Pilani. Yes, the option is available. As a matter of fact, when we do our survey initially with final year students, we ask them whether you are interested in going for placement in India. But as per the last 3 years statistics, what we have noticed is hardly there are about 2 or 3% students who show interest. And majority of them want to do, take up jobs in this region itself. So we have had cases where we have sent students to Goa campus and Hyderabad campus, where they got offers. Some of them accepted, some of them moved on with higher education. So yes, the option is available for students to take up placement in Indian campuses.
I have a couple of questions. How to calculate the CGPA from the marks? Actually, I showed it in the slide. I'll do one thing. I'll ask Ms. Nahid to share the slides. From that, you can.
I have also received a question about sharing these slides. In fact, it's my request to some of the students who are outside or just coming in and out to please watch the recording. As I mentioned earlier during my talk, this program has been live streamed, and the recording of this is available on the YouTube handle of BITS Pilani Dubai campus. So I request you all to kindly look into it again. Even the parents who would like to see it again or get the slides can do so by going on our YouTube channel. It's available. The recording will be available for you.
Thank you, Nahid. And there is one more question regarding attendance policy. Actually, we slightly differ from the Indian campuses because Indian campuses are completely residential. So there's a different attendance policy. However, we are not completely residential, so we have that attendance policy defined for BITS Pilani Dubai campus. There are students in the first year that come with varied degrees of abilities. Some may be weak in math, for example, and some great. How do you ensure that teaching is balanced? Actually, to be a faculty, I'll tell you that we can identify while teaching, we'll be walking around the class, so we can find out who's struggling. So we can provide some support every now and then in the class itself. And of course, during the evaluation conference, immediately you will get to know. Within a couple of days, we will share the marks. So we can clearly identify who's lacking. So we call them, and if they need a support, definitely we are here to support. Nothing to worry about that. And one more question from transfer from one discipline to other. So actually that will be done in a transparent manner. At the end of first year, there will be a notice will be issued from our AUGST academic side. So the student has to apply if he is interested, and based on the CGPA and availability of seats, transfer may be permitted. So that will be taken care at the end of first year. Thank you.
This is a question regarding the hostel room. Someone wished to know whether the hostel room will be changed every year. No, it won't be changed. As some of you might already know, the rooms are assigned based on the lottery. So what is being assigned to you, that will remain as your room as long as you're here in the campus. So all 4 years, that will be your room. So it's not going to be changed. There's another question regarding the dress code. Here, I don't know whether it is from the student or the parent. They want to know whether shorts for boys are allowed. Is it an issue in the city? It all depends on how short is your shorts. So keep it decent, keep it longer. You will not face any sort of issue. Definitely, during playing, sportswears are fine. Once again, the level of the decency only makes the difference. So keep it decent as well as comfortable. There is another question about model MUN or MUN as such. We don't have a separate club for MUN, but we have a literary club called Expressions. It will be introduced to you in the next session, that is tomorrow. At that time, you'll get to know. Definitely, MUN activities are part of the Expressions. So you are welcome to join the club and engage in it. Thank you.
Hello, I have 2 questions here. For interns in 2nd and 4th year, do students get support from BPDC or should they look for their own intern? We at the practice school, internships are called practice school in our terminology. So we at the practice school division facilitate, arrange, organize, help and guide and supervise, evaluate the students in the industry environment. So we facilitate it, but we have engagement with more than 300 companies in UAE, India and elsewhere. So your board could be a part of those arranged internships, and we also are open to you introducing new stations which we want to diversify. So new stations, if you are part of a good company, reputed company, which will add value to our students, we openly encourage that. So I told you, you can introduce stations. The second question is, I am a leading an MNC software company. Would like to introduce our company. Company size is 12K with $14 billion revenue, a top notch among Fortune 500. Yes, of course, you are more than welcome. Please get in touch with me offline. We would be more than happy to engage with you. Thank you. If someone chose to do thesis in the summer break after 2nd year, can they still do an internship in the 4th year? No. 2nd year summer break internship is a prerequisite for the 4th year internship. So, but if you have done a 2nd year internship, you can still do thesis in the 4th year, but not the other way around. I hope I made it clear. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Average number of graduates in biotechnology in last 3 years with the placements in UAE and outside. I can say that it's around 35 to 42 in the last 3 years. I can say that this year in biotechnology around 42 and molecular biology specialization is around 10 plus. I can say that. With respect to placements, around 80%, 70 to 80% of our biotechnology graduates go for master's program. Yes, of course, a good number of students working here in UAE as well. We have alumni portal in our department website. You can log in and then you can check out. The data is available from 2011 to till 2020. I can say that we can get to know all different companies, what kind of programs they go for. At least we can get it from this with respect to this question. And second one is, do we have master's program in biotechnology in Dubai campus? And if not, does BITS intend to start soon? with our increased number of BE biotechnology and molecular biology specialization degree programs, and we want to start, possibly I can say that in a year or two. Mostly we intend to start during day program only, because it requires extensive hands-on experience with respect to this question is there. Thank you.
Is it Check. There's a question regarding why everyone is talking about CSC and its placement. Why not mechanical? I think I've just mentioned that there's been a change in, shift in conventional engineering companies hiring at this point of time. So we have opportunities available, especially for mechanical, electrical, civil, but we don't have students available right now to be given to industry. So things are changing. I think there are a lot of focus on fundamental industries in this part of the world, which is moving on from technology to manufacturing and other areas as well. So I would say there are diverse opportunities available, and there are equal opportunities available for core engineering roles as well here, especially for freshers. Many countries going for local hiring. I think this is pertaining to the Emirati localization or Emiratization, which is happening right now. We are talking about a mere 4% of Emiratis who would be taking up private sector, but we still have the bigger chunk, which is 96%. So obviously there are a lot of opportunities available for other nationalities as well in private sector over here. Are there any tech companies in the region? Yes, with startups or with companies which have emerged out in last 10 to 15 years. Companies like Dubizzle, companies like Kafu. These are the companies who have their tech team based locally. So there are a lot of opportunities available, right starting from full stack development to data science to areas such as front end development. These are the roles available locally over here itself. I think one question was regarding an app which one of our students mentioned. It's a superset app which is normally accessible to final year students when they register for the placement. So it's a portal, internal portal, on which students can see job opportunities and apply for those job opportunities. And the entire recruitment process happens on that platform. Whether the student is getting shortlisted, whether the student gets rejected, feedback from the industry, everything happens on that app. And it's accessible over the phone, and even parents can have a look at the kind of roles that we post. But this is primarily for final year students.
I have one question here. The math and computing course has just started. So what are the opportunities for the students and the scope for the subject in future? So actually, computer scientists, so if they are very good in math, sky is the limit for them. So many software industries, they have an initial screening itself, and they take different levels of entry levels. So based on mathematics skills only. So if you are very good at math, obviously you are placed well higher than the regular computer science students actually. So there are plenty of scopes in all these software industries regarding math and computing. And of course, this is very well received across the Indian campuses as well. So this time the cutoff was much, much higher for the math and computing, so which indicates that there is plenty of scope for math and computing. And there is one more question. Is there any facility for online classes, especially for Abu Dhabi students under unforeseen circumstances? Yes, we do provide it. Last year we had a rain, and due to that the government announced that all the universities and schools have shifted to online mode. So immediately we shifted. So during that circumstances, we do immediately switch to that. So that's not a problem, absolutely.
Yes, if masters in biotechnology is not possible in Dubai, can a student enroll in BE Biotechnology in Dubai, secure admission in India? Please advise also on placements. Actually, HD program, it means ME biotechnology programs back in India is through BITSAT. But for your information, I can say that our BE biotechnology students easily crack BITSAT to secure admissions. This is one I can say that. And with respect to placements, I can again assure you that the BITS tag, BITS brand takes care of your placements. I can assure you on that part. Please take my words, please. Thank you.
I have a question about the Sparkle program. Is there any criteria for joining Sparkle? That's question number one. And can first degree students participate in Sparkle? Sparkle program basically is abbreviated for Student Program for Advancing Research, Knowledge and Entrepreneurship. And the entry criteria is a student's inquisitiveness. And it's applicable to students of all years. Students who are willing to work on a specific problem under a faculty's guidance are more than welcome to apply for this in teams. So definitely all undergraduate students, that is the first degree students, are highly encouraged to participate in this program. The second program is a foreign exchange program in top universities like MIT for 2 or more semesters. That is actually an interesting proposition. We are definitely working on it. 2 or more semesters, depending on the working academic curriculum in a given university, together with the curriculum that we have in BITS, the matching of that is slightly a tricky thing, but we are working on it. Hopefully, we will be having some developments in that regard. Thank you.
So I will end with a couple of questions. Is it working? Can you hear me? It's pretty less. Can you hear me now? Yes. Oh, great. So I have a couple of questions, and then one is about the degree that a student gets after completing the graduation. I don't think you have to have any kind of doubt in that, and because we have KHTA. If you wish to get it accredited by them, you can do that. As well as I have not seen any student being stopped for his higher studies or placement who have got certificate from BITS Pilani. So, I mean, I don't think you need to think about it. The second question is, let me read out the question. It's pretty interesting. If I have understood correctly, the director is new to the university. If so, what changes do you want to implement, and what things I think it's written, you have planned to keep the same and emphasize? I would like to correct that this director is not new to the university, because I was in BITS Pilani from 2004, so it's more than 20 years now, and BITS Pilani is no different, or BITS Dubai is no different from BITS Pilani. We have one vice chancellor, we have similar guidelines, we have same protocols. So I'm more or less aware of the things that are being done in BITS Pilani in all kinds of matters. Now, it's a good question that, what kind of changes I wish to make. So I wish to put it on record that what Professor Srinivasan has done, the previous director, is really commendable. And I think I wish to, this is a pretty stiff, a sort of, you have raised the standard of the university so high, BITS Pilani Dubai campus. So I need everyone's help, and I'm sure that I'm not alone. There are people with me, there are faculty members, staff along with me, also the students and parents. So it's our job ourselves to bring it higher. As you said, as what kind of things I would like to do, there are very clearly laid out, items in my mind. First is that I wish to recruit very high quality faculty members. No compromise on the quality. Even we can wait, but no compromise on the quality. We wish to ensure that the students have enough freedom in terms of executing what they wish to do. As a matter of fact, I also want them to do a little bit of startups, understand how the startups work, get connected to the industry, and be an all-round human being when they pass out of this campus. Infrastructure of the campus, and last but not the least, I wish to push harder that this campus must have very nice research environment and along with the teaching labs. And I think if we could do that, we will be able to make a clear imprint of BITS Pilani Dubai campus. And my own aim with all my team members is to make Dubai campus among the best of the 4 campuses. Thank you very much.
Yes, one of the parents here would like to know what's the current intake for this year. Well, we had about 600 students who paid the fees for the first degree programs, and of course there have been a very few withdrawals, so we are still there with about 500 plus students for the first degree programs, and then we have the higher degree and PhD as well. In terms of the distribution, I think about 40% are from the UAE, 35 to 40% from India, and the balance from other countries. Okay, intake in computer science. As you all may know, almost more than 50% have enrolled for computer science. This is a question on the university timings, the college timings. We start at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and we close at 3:40 p.m. for the students. So this is from Monday to Thursday. On Friday, we work half days, so the students can leave at 11:30 a.m. On Saturday and Sunday, we do not have classes, so it's a 5-day week, or rather say 4.5-day week for the students. But the officers work full day on Friday. 12:5 on Friday? All right, there's a small correction. On Friday, we close at 12 noon and not 11:30 p.m. Do students get any medical insurance? Yes, the details were shared with the students along with the offer letter. We do offer medical insurance that we facilitate it, and you can avail it if you so want, and the cost for it is 2,700 per annum. The question is, hostel stay, can it start immediately from today? Oh, of course. We have opened up our hostels about 2 to 3 days back, so you can check in immediately. And medical insurance, is it already enrolled and covered from day one? Yes, medical insurance will take some time to start because you've just landed, and we just wait for your Emirates ID to come in to start your insurance. So for a couple of days, probably a week or so, or maybe a little more than that, you will not be covered, but your coverage will start once your Emirates ID comes to you. Yeah? I hope we have answered all the questions. One more? Okay, there are 2 more questions.
This is a question about the transport facility. The first aspect is they want to know whether it is one way only. This is something I didn't really catch it, but the transport as such is provided both in the morning as well as at the end of the day. If that is what you're trying to ask, definitely from your home and to your home, the facility is available. The second aspect is they want to know if the hostel facility could be used on a weekly basis. Yes, very much possible. You can use, if there is an emergency, if you want to leave your ward behind in a safe place, definitely you can approach the chief warden. They will be able to facilitate. It need not be just a week or a month. Even for few days, if you require, you can forward your request. We can accommodate. Thank you.
I would just like to add a sentence about transport. Day scholars who have applied for transport can avail transport facility from this evening from 4 o'clock today or from tomorrow morning, but you need to go back home and show the driver your residence so that he can pick you up the next day morning. All right, so you have to start from the drop, and then the pickup will be provided to you the following day. I hope you got it. It will be available from today, 3:40. You can go and board the bus if you so wish. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I hope all the questions were answered. Before we break for lunch, I would like to remind everyone that from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., students can give your original documents like your passports. It will happen in the same hall. But please note that only students will be allowed that time. Parents, we are requesting you to please sit on the other side. And during this time, you'll also have the opportunity to interact with your faculty advisors as well. So now we'll take a break for lunch, which will be served at 1 p.m. at the sports complex. We hope you enjoyed today's orientation and it provided a good head start for you for your journey here at BITS Pilani. Thank you, everyone.